All right, check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, I bet it is. Okay, well, give me a heads up when you see it again. We gotta find a solution. We gotta have like a catch-all Taco John spot in there. I'm gonna write that down. Thanks. Okay. Well, hey Clayton, you still hear me okay? Okay. Yeah, we had the master volume in overdrive for some reason. I don't know why that was the case, but we should be fine now.
All right, good deal.
Mhm.
And as the national anthem concludes, we're ready for basketball from the Max Jones Fieldhouse in Goodland tonight. A girls basketball contest between the Colby Lady Eagles and the host, Goodland Cowgirls. It's time to meet the starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Colby Lady Eagles, 3-3 on the season. Their head coach in his fourth season is Tom Stevens. At the point for Colby, Brooklyn Jones, 5'7 junior, averaging 17.5 points per game. At the 2, Brianna Barnett, a 5'4 senior, averaging 4 points per game. At the 3, Mackenzie Dodson, a 5'7 senior, averaging 5.5 points per contest. At the 4 is Emma Curry, a 5'9 junior, averaging just over 11 points per game. And in the middle, Kennedy Stanley, a 5'9 senior, averaging 8 points per contest. Jones, Barnett, Dodson, Curry, and Stanley for the Lady Eagles. They are in the road black uniforms with orange letters and numbers and white trim, and orange and white trim down the side of the uniforms. Now as the lights dim and Enter Sandman fires up, it's time to beat the Goodland Cowgirls. They are 6-1 on the year. They and Cimarron played the GWAC opener on Friday night. So Goodland in first place with a 1-0 record in GWAC play. Their head coach in his third season is Bill Bierman. At the point, Dan Lucero back with you from the Max Jones Fieldhouse in Goodland. 1 quarter in the books. Colby and Goodland deadlocked at 12 in this girls' basketball contest. Goodland starts with the basketball. They're going right to left as you listen here to start quarter number 2. Haley Bierman has checked in for the first time, and immediately the freshman guard turns it over, and then Colby gives it right back on a traveling call in the backcourt. That was a sloppy first 9 seconds of this second quarter. Bierman threw it away. It was deflected. Brooklyn Jones came away with it, but then shuffled her feet before she started to dribble up the floor. Top of the key, Emma Lehman lobbing low block right. Pass deflected by Jones away from the intended receiver, Cure, and stolen by Kennedy Stanley. Turnover number 4 for Goodland. Outlet to Dodson in the front court for Colby. Right back to Jones. Jones between the circles, a behind-the-back dribble to create space from Haley Bierman. Now backing up, keeping the left-hand bounce. Now Jones picks up the dribble as Bierman went for the steal. Back cutting is Stanley down the middle of the paint. Her runner up the back rim drops in. Good cut to the rim by Kennedy Stanley, and she is rewarded. Stanley with 8 points, 14-12. Colby back in front. 50 seconds into the second. Weeder into the low post for Emma Lehman left side, and she was camped in the paint for 3 seconds. A turnover for Goodland. Looked like she had the seal on Stanley that she wanted, but unable to bring it in. Baseball pass on the inbound from Dodson, intercepted by Sydney Hahn. Her third steal. It was intended for Jones down the middle of the floor, but Hahn played it like a safety. Jumped right in front of it to pick it off. Colby back into that matchup zone. Top of the key, Emma Lehman with the possession. Left wing for Haley Bierman. Lob underneath, too tall for the intended receiver, Cure. And out of bounds. 6 Goodland turnovers already. Sub for Goodland, Michaela Bierman replaces her younger sister, Haley. Really a family affair for this Goodland team. 2 Lehmans, 2 Biermans. Inbound from Dodson. Nearly stolen, and it is by Telexa Weeder. Colby can't get the ball in bounds. Weeder, short corner left, kicks out up top for Michaela Bierman. Now in the right corner, Emma Lehman, driving the paint. Lobs to Cure. Cure, one dribble in the middle of the lane. Lobs for Weeder. Short corner left, her 5-foot floater drops in. And we're tied again at 14. 6:28 to play first half. One-person pressure from Bierman. Colby just does break it. It was a near steal by Emma Lehman on the pass into the front court for Stanley. Now Dodson across to Barnett right side. Bounce pass for Stanley at the foul line. Back to Dodson. Dodson dribbles out into the volleyball line. Feeds to Barnett right wing. This 1-3-1 zone really causing Colby some problems with the long passes they like to make over the zone. The length of Goodland making that a lot harder to do. Jones across from left to right to Dodson outside the arc. Dodson back to Jones in the right corner. Now in a low block, there's space for Curry, and Curry lays it in with the right hand. And a quick timeout taken by Colby as Emma Curry's first deuce puts the Lady Eagles in front. 5:45 to play in the first half, and it's 16-14 Colby as Tom Stevens takes a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with 5:45 to play in the first half. Been a fun one already. Colby went on a 10-0 run in the first quarter, led 12-2. Goodland responded with 10 straight points of their own to close the first quarter. Now the two teams have begun trading baskets more traditionally in this second quarter. And Colby is out to a 2-point lead. They have 8 points from Kennedy Stanley, 6 from Brooklyn Jones, and that last 2 from Emma Curry. Telexa Weeder's 10 leading the way for the Cowgirls. It's the starting 5 on the floor for Goodland. Michaela Bierman, Hahn, Weeder, Cure, and Emma Lehman. And it's the starting 5 for Colby, who has yet to make a sub so far. Barnett, Jones, Dodson, Curry, and Stanley. Well, check that. Goodland wanted to make a sub. They had Jaxie Mitchek out there, 5'8 freshman, but she cannot legally enter yet. She had not checked in with the scorers table, so Weeder stays out there for now. Goodland ball. Bringing the ball into the front court is Sydney Hahn. Quick handoff to Cure between the rings. Left side for Weeder. Short corner left Hahn. 15-foot jumper. Switch. Sydney Hahn finding the soft spot in that matchup zone, the short corner. And she reins in the jumper to tie the game at 16. Colby crosses the midline. Brooklyn Jones bounces to Kennedy Stanley, top of the key. Left wing pass for Dodson. Handoff Barnett. Barnett in front of the Goodland bench. Bounces for Dodson in the left corner. Right back to Barnett. Barnett leaves it for Stanley between the circles. Back in the hands of the junior point guard, Jones, high right. Cross-court pass to Dodson on the wing left side. Right back across for Barnett on the right. As Colby moves the ball laterally against this 1-3-1 zone. Jones bouncing Barnett, top of the circle. Barnett thought about the three. Instead, gives back to Jones. 4:50 to play in the first half, tied at 16. Bounce pass for Dodson, right wing. She whips it left side, too high for Jones and out of bounds. Both teams with 6 turnovers. And in comes Michek, the 5'8 freshman, replacing Weeder. Also into the game, I thought there was one more sub. I guess not. Oh, Olivia Lehman is back in the game. So both Lehmans in the post right now for Goodland. Michek, top of the key. Handoff right wing for Bierman. That's Michaela Bierman. Brings the dribble out between the rings. High post left for Emma Lehman. Outside the arc is the junior. One dribble and a skip pass right wing for a leaping Hahn. Hahn back to Bierman, head of the key. It's Brianna Barnett up top, and the rest of the Colby players matching up as the matchups dictate. A step back three from Emma Lehman, left wing. That's nothing but nylon, and Goodland has their first lead, 19-16. Emma Lehman just 3 of 13 from distance coming into this one. And then Colby, an unforced error in the backcourt. Mackenzie Dodson, not even looking to dribble, dragged the pivot foot. There was nobody within 20 feet of her, and she commits the turnover. Lindsey Cure back in, replacing Olivia Lehman for Goodland, and Telexa Weeder will relieve Sydney Hahn. Bill Bierman rotating players at just about every whistle. We're halfway through quarter number 2, and Goodland is in the lead for the first time, 19-16. Colby led by as many as 10 in the opening quarter. Michek, right wing, to the elbow for Emma Lehman. Down low right, it was Cure, missing the layup, missed everything. Rebounded by Bierman. Kick out to Lehman, right wing, she tries another three, and that one drops. Emma Lehman with back-to-back threes. That's 4 threes for Goodland. They're on an 8-0 run and lead by 6, 22-16. 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. Colby needs an answer to stop the run. Jones driving with the left hand. Stops left elbow in a double team and has the ball taken away by Lindsey Cure. Outlet ahead to Bierman. Curry pursuing. Bierman head fakes her by and is fouled on the shot. Curry went by Michaela Bierman, but left a trailing hand to alter the shot. Unfortunately, she got a lot more flesh than she did ball. Curry called for her second foul. That's team number 3 on Colby. And Michaela Bierman at the free throw line for 2. 5 of 13 on the year. First free throw off the back rim. It's an Achilles heel for this Goodland team. They have good outside shooters. They struggle from the line. They were just 11 of 32 at the free throw line against Cimarron last Friday night. We're fortunate to win by 3. And Bierman misses both. Offensive rebound to Cure. Her putback missed short. The rebound saved in bounds by Cure, but she threw it to Brooklyn Jones. And Jones going coast to coast. No-look pass intended for Barnett, deflected out of bounds by a trailer. It will stay with Colby. Sydney Hahn back in for Goodland. And Michaela Bierman goes to the bench. Colby down by 6, 22-16 with 3:09 to play in the first half. Mackenzie Dodson inbounding, free throw line extended on the right. Finds Barnett in the corner. She passes back over the double team to Dodson. Now Jones, no-look pass intended for Curry. Curry wasn't looking for the pass, tried to save it in bounds, threw it away. If Curry had been looking for it, it would have been a wide-open layup. Cure quickly down the other way. Out to the trailer, Hahn. Hahn back to Emma Lehman, left baseline, 10-footer off the front rim. Rebounded by Cure. Handoff in the paint to Weeder. Her floater wouldn't drop. It missed short. Rebound deflected to Mackenzie Dodson. Baseball pass ahead for Brooklyn Jones diagonally. Finds her in the left corner. She feeds it back out, intended for Stanley. It's knocked away and stolen again by Hahn. And now we have a tie-up between Hahn and Stanley. Colby has the arrow and keeps the ball. All kinds of sloppiness for Colby on offense here in this second quarter. They have turned the ball over 7 times in the quarter already. Dodson inbounds to Curry, left wing for Colby. Out top for Jones. Jones walking the dribble warily away from the defender Michek atop the 2-3. Skip pass into the left corner, deflected out of bounds by Cure. Again, you've got wings that are 5'10", 5'11". That makes it really difficult to make those long passes over the zone that Colby's looking to make. Micek out. Michaela Bierman back in. Olivia Lehman back in the game as well, replacing Emma Lehman for Goodland. Dodson inbounding. In front of the scorer's table left side is Jones with the reception. Jones looking to drive into the defense. Stops on the wing. Starts it around the horn of Barnett in the left corner. She bounces back to Dodson. Free throw line extended on the left. Now Jones between the circles back with it. Backing away warily from Bierman. Leaving it for Barnett high on the right. Bounce pass back to Jones. Trap coming on the sideline. Across pass to Dodson. Now Barnett up top for three. Swish! Brianna Barnett drops in the triple. And that stops that 8-0 run for Goodland and cuts their lead in half. 22-19 Cowgirls with 1:50 to play in the second. Hahn to respond and does, hitting a three from the right corner, wide open. Sydney Hahn, 7 of 17 from deep coming into tonight. She's kind of the secondary deep threat outside of Weeder, and she was left too much space to splash that one through. 25-19 Cowgirls. Curry, deep three from the top of the key. That hits back rim, though. Rebounded by Cure in the middle of the paint. Goodland looking to run. Bierman flying up the right side. Cut off by Curry, forced to the corner. Kick out up top to Hahn. She's open again for three. That's off the heel. Long rebound to Weeder, and she's bumped by Dodson. A foul called. Now Mackenzie Dodson is her first and Colby's fourth. And Goodland makes a pair of subs. Emma Lehman and Adelie Amthor checking in for Cure and Bierman. Weeder inbounding, top of the key, extended left side. Bounces in for Hahn. On to the high post left for Olivia Lehman. Down low for Emma Lehman. In the paint, double team, stripped to the ball from behind and fouled. They got Stanley on the reach in that time, her first, team foul number 5. Inbound to Lehman, left corner. Out top for Hahn, back in the corner for Weeder, covered up by Jones. Jones tried a cross-court pass. It was stolen away by Emma Curry. Then her outlet hit Brianna Barnett in the back, and we have a tie-up with a loose ball on the floor, and possession goes back to Goodland. A frustrated Emma Curry throws up her hands in disgust. Brianna Barnett simply wasn't looking for the outlet pass. Michaela Bierman back in for Amthor for Goodland. 59 seconds to play in the first half. Goodland, which trailed by 10 at the midway point of the first quarter, now leading by 6, 25-19. And the Cowgirls space it out. Tucking the ball on her left hip is Emma Lehman. And Colby content to just watch her stand there as time ticks away on this first half. I'll let you know if anything happens. 32 seconds. Still nothing. 26 seconds. Still nothing. 21 seconds. Now a pass to Bierman, who holds it on her left hip just right of the jump circle. 15 seconds. And now Goodland decides it's go time. Bounce pass high right for Emma Lehman. Lehman lobbing into the post, finds Weeder, double team, pivots around it, shoots and is fouled on the miss. Used her pivot foot expertly and swiveled right around Stanley, low post right, and is fouled with 5 seconds left in the half. And that foul on Stanley is her third. Earlier I said Curry had picked up a second. It was actually Stanley. So Stanley in deep foul trouble here as the first half comes to a close. It's Alexa Weeder at the free throw line. Rattles in the first. Cure at Amthor in. Bierman and Olivia Lehman out for Goodland. One more free throw coming for the standout sophomore Alexa Weeder. That one rattles home as well. She's got a dozen. 27-19. 5 seconds left for Colby to have one more say in this first half. Inbound to Jones. Jones behind the back dribble, crossing the midline. Pulls up from 35 from the top of the key and misses off the back rim as time expires. A fast start for Colby ever since. It's been all Goodland, outscoring Colby 25-7 after Colby took an early 10-point lead. It's the Cowgirls by 8 at the break, 27-19. We're back after this with the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride. Dump break 6 and bring me back after break 7. Halftime for the Max Jones Fieldhouse. Some work to do for the Colby Lady Eagles for a second game in a row to start 2021. A fine first quarter effort is followed up by a second quarter struggle. And it is the Goodland Cowgirls leading by 8 at the break, 27-19. Colby was flying to start the game. Kennedy Stanley got going down low, and Brooklyn Jones hit back-to-back threes. And Colby led 12-2 late in the first, but then Goodland star Telexa Weeder got going as she hit back-to-back threes to help spark a 10-0 run for the Cowgirls. That tied the score at 12. That's where we were after one. It was back and forth early in quarter number 2, with Colby leading Goodland 16-14 after an Emma Curry hoop. But after that, Goodland started to see the three-ball drop. Emma Lehman hit back-to-back threes to push Goodland's lead, their first of the night, to 22-16. Then Sydney Hahn buried a triple to push the lead back to 6 after Brianna Barnett had hit a 3 for Colby. And 2 late free throws by Telexa Weeder have Goodland holding their largest lead of the game, 27-19. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with the individual scoring numbers from the first half. You're listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. This is the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. Colby Lady Eagles trailing Goodland 27-19 at the break of this girls basketball contest. Once again, not officially a league game, only the final meeting, whether first or second between the two schools in the regular season, will count as a league meeting this year because of the elimination of the round-robin schedule with the addition of Cimarron to the league this year. So these two teams won't play a game that counts in the GWAC standings until February 9th in Colby, presumably at the community building. I know everyone was hoping to be at the Colby Event Center by this time, but if you've driven by the place, you know that's just not going to happen. So we'll be at the community building for that one on February 9th. But in the here and now, leading scorers for Goodland, Telexa Weeder with 12, Emma Lehman with 6, and Sydney Hahn with 5, 2 apiece for Lindsay Cure and Michaela Bierman. Kennedy Stanley with 8 points to lead the way for Colby, and 6 points for Brooklyn Jones, 3 for Brianna Barnett, and 2 for Emma Curry. Key in the second half is simple. Number one, Colby's got to stop leaving shooters open. 5 made threes in the first half for Goodland, and I don't believe any of them were contested. When Colby contested threes, they did not go in. When Colby did not contest threes, they did. So Colby's got to do a much better job getting out, especially on the shooters, Weeder and Hahn. And then Colby's got to take better care of the basketball. Turn the ball over 10 times in the first half, 8 times in the second quarter. They only turned it over twice in the first quarter, scored 12 points. They turned it over 8 times in the second quarter, scored 7 points. So ball security and defend that three-point line. 27-19, Goodland leads Colby, trying to snap an 8-game losing streak against the Lady Eagles. We're back with the second half after this. Thanks for listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. This is the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. Second half about to get underway from the Max Jones Fieldhouse. I'm Dan Lucero, so glad that you're along for the ride tonight here on 100.3 The Ride as the Colby Eagles take on the Goodland Cowgirls. It is Goodland 27 and Colby 19 at the half. Colby will start with the ball right to left as you listen, and they will start with their starting 5 on the floor of Brooklyn Jones, Brianna Barnett, Mackenzie Dodson, Emma Curry, and Kennedy Stanley. Man-to-man defense from Goodland. Colby scored at will against the man, and now Goodland shifts back to that 1-3-1 zone that really gave Colby fits in the second quarter with Michaela Bierman at the top of that zone. She's out with Sydney Hahn, Emma Lehman, Lindsay Cure, and Telexa Weeder for the Cowgirls. Brooklyn Jones carefully dribbling high on the right, Long pass in the left corner for Brianna Barnett. Touch pass to Stanley. Extra pass Jones. Jones on the drive. Through the paint she goes. Right-hand runner after she collided with the defender is way off the mark. The rebound is lost by Weeder. Comes to Dodson. Dodson handing off in the paint. It's stripped. The loose ball to Barnett. Colby has it back. I'm not sure that Cure ever had possession of that ball. Mackenzie Dodson was the only Lady Eagle to stay with the play, and she was rewarded. Dodson now with it high on the right. Screen from Stanley. Dodson dribbles around it with a left-hand screen and roll. Stanley with the catch. Passes out of a wide-open layup to Barnett in the left corner, who hits a wide-open three. Brianna Barnett's second three of the night cuts the Goodland lead to 27-22. Stanley won't get a more wide-open look than that all night, but neither will Brianna Barnett. And now Stanley pokes away an entry pass on the other end. It's stolen away by Brooklyn Jones. Here comes Colby. Jones stops her dribble, bounces for Stanley, top of the key. Back to Jones. Jones working the dribble between the circles. Goodland his matchup in man-to-man defense. Stanley, top of the key, spins to her left and dribble drive. Cut off at the elbow, stops her bounce. Looking to get rid of it and can't, and calls a timeout. Kennedy Stanley under duress takes a timeout with 6:24 to play in the third. And it'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a 1-minute break. Colby trailing Goodland 27-22. You're listening to Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. Colby ball out of the timeout. Kennedy Stanley with the dribble up top, lob into the post, intended for Emma Curry, who catches, spinning away from her defender, Emma Lehman, and then Lehman grabbed the ball and whipped Curry to the floor. The two were tied up in possession, and Goodland has the arrow. I thought they might have called Lehman on the foul. Instead, it's a Colby turnover there, 11. Colby trailing Goodland 27-22. 5:50 and counting to play here in the third. Hahn stops her dribble left wing up to the top of the key. Weeder is wide open off the screen. Her three-pointer short. Colby dodged the bullet there. A foul on the rebound called on Colby. And if that's on Kennedy Stanley, that's her fourth. And it is. Big moment there. Stanley with her fourth foul is going to have to go sit. And she is replaced by Anna Stramel, the 5'9 freshman, the first sub of the game made by the Lady Eagles. Weir inbounding from underneath the hoop to her right, out to Lehman for three from up top, in and out, rebounded by Jones, strong side for Colby. Here come the Lady Eagles. Jones flying up the middle of the floor, steps back top of the key, transition three-pointer up and away. Off the back rim, rebounded by Cure for Goodland. Cowgirls with the ball at a 5-point lead, 27-22. Cure top of the key, right wing for Bierman. Bierman in the post finds Lehman. Lehman shooting up over Stramel, missed off the backboard. Another rebound for Jones. Colby on the move again. Jones weaving through traffic, stops top of the key, no look pass to Barnett right wing, right back for Jones. Colby resets 5-on-5. Out to set a screen is Curry. Jones, low dribble, now drives with the left hand into the paint. She goes, fakes the pass, tosses up a lefty runner, and is fouled. And Brooklyn Jones will go to the free throw line. This is Colby's first trip to the stripe tonight. Foul on Emma Lehman, her first, and the first on the Cowgirls in the half. Brooklyn Jones on the year, 14 of 17 at the line, was 5 for 5 in the loss to Dodge City Friday night on the road. Splashes the first one here. Her first point sent a pair of threes in the first quarter. Two subs for Goodland, Hahn and Lehman out. Olivia Lehman is in the game, as is Atlee Amathor, excuse me. Jones swishes both freebies, and Colby has scored the first 5 points of the second half. They're within 3, 27-24 with under 5 minutes to play in the third. Check that. That's not Amthor. That's Michek. I apologize. She had the ball in the left corner. Starts around the horn to Weeder. Skip pass left wing to Bierman. Bierman, not really a three-point threat, puts the dribble on the floor and walks out to the top of the key. High post left pass for Cure. Cure faces up, kicks out to Bierman. She will try the three. That's too strong. Long rebound, run down by Barnett. Weak side for Colby. Colby can tie with a three on this trip. Trailed by 8 at the half. Jones, angle dribble left. Crossover to the left hand, driving through 3 defenders. No look pass, deflected off the scramble to Dodson. Now Curry has it. Handing off to Jones between the circles. Jones on the drive again. Through the middle of the lane she goes. Left-handed scoop shot up and in. Brooklyn Jones thinking about taking over. She's got 10. Colby within 1, 27-26. Halfway through quarter number 3. Bierman between the rings. High post right, Cure feeding the cutter. B-check down the right lane. Her layup good. Good offense out of the high post. Jaxie Michek, who averages 3.5 points a game off the Goodland bench, scores to give the Cowgirls a 29-26 advantage. 3:45 to play in the third. Jones across to Dodson, right at midcourt, crossing the midline. Dodson hooks a pass over 2 defenders to Barnett. Back in that zone is Goodland. They get a steal out of it. Bierman intercepts the pass, goes the distance, lays it in, and draws the foul. Bad pass by Barnett. Threw it away. Michaela Bierman goes the length of the floor to score with the lefty layup and was fouled by Mackenzie Dodson, her second, and team foul number 2. Brianna Barnett will go to the bench for Colby. Another sub in for the Lady Eagles. And this is Emma Wright, the 5'4 sophomore, making her 5th appearance of the season. Free throw for Bierman on the way. That's off the back rim. Offensive rebound to Weeder. Goes back up strong right post and scores off the glass. 4-point trip there after Colby had narrowed it briefly to 1. It's now a 6-0 Goodland run. 33-26 Cowgirls. Wright pinned along the sideline, and Tom Stevens calls a timeout to bail her out. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. 3:12 to play in the third. Colby trailing by 7. 33-26. They were within 1 just the blink of an eye ago. But then, as has been their bugaboo, they got careless with the basketball, and the turnover led to 4 Goodland points. A layup, a missed free throw, but a putback on the rebound. And that's where Goodland's size has been an advantage on the glass. Their size and length have really helped them take it to Colby on the glass tonight. That was the sophomore Weeder who got the rebound and the putback. Weeder with a game-high 14 for Goodland, came in averaging 21.5. Colby led by Jones's 10, and Brooklyn Jones showing much more of a willingness here in this third quarter to drive the basketball and try and score herself. Inbounding in front of her own bench is Mackenzie Dodson. She finds Emma Curry, who gives it right back to Dodson. Dodson now to Jones between the circles, being chased by Hahn in the 1-3-1. Around to the right, handoff to Curry. Curry pressured by Cure, able to get it away to Wright. Emma Wright with a double team lurking, picks up the dribble 45 feet out, throws it away. The Colby guards, really all the Colby players, they are much too quick to pick up the dribble 30, 35 feet from the basket, and you invite that trap, it's really hard to pass out of it. And Colby learning that the hard way. They've turned it over a dozen times. Trailing by 7 with 2:38 and counting to play in the third. Low block left, turnaround jumper for Emma Lehman, left short from 5 feet. Got her own rebound, missed the putback short off the window, and Emma Curry able to grab the loose change for the Lady Eagles. Colby the other way, Brooklyn Jones. Lefty dribble, behind the back to the right. Drive the right hand, no look pass in the right corner, an open Dodson 3. Rattles in! Mackenzie Dodson's first hoop of the night is a 3-ball out of the corner. 33-29, Colby within 4 with 2:10 left in the third. Amthor down low to a wide open Cure on the left post. Colby lost contain, and Lindsey Cure takes advantage with a wide open layup. 35-29, Goodland. Under 2 minutes left in the third. Full court pressure. They extend that 1-3-1 out to three-quarters court. Colby able to break the pressure. Right Passes over defense to Curry. Curry from up top at deep three. Out the front rim, no. The rebound out of bounds. Last touch underneath by Stramel. Goodland ball, and Goodland makes a sub. Michek is back in, replacing Telexa Weeder. And Olivia Lehman will come in as well. Olivia Lehman in for Lindsay Cure, so it's the all-Lehman front court. Inbound to Sydney Hahn. Hahn jogs it ahead for Goodland as they come left to right as you listen. Around the horn, the ball to Amthor. Now Michek up top. Right wing pass for Hahn. To the high post, caught by Emma Lehman. Kick out to Amthor, left with plenty of space. Nobody guarding her, so she just steps in, tries the three. It rimmed out. Rebound loose, and Brooklyn Jones runs down the loose ball for Colby. Colby caught a break there. Outlet to Dodson, left wing, and then Dodson traveled with the basketball. Another unforced error for Colby, their 13th turnover. Minute 16 to play in the third. Goodland 35, Colby 29. Cowgirls trying to snap an 8-game losing skid against their rivals to the west on I-70, and now Goodland throws it away. Amthor not looking for the pass on the left wing from Emma Lehman. Just watched it sail by her and out of bounds. That's turnover number 9 for the Cowgirls. Full court pressure on the inbound. Dodson able to find Jones, who popped free. Now Jones leads. Dodson out ahead on the breakaway. Dodson's layup is good with the right hand. They forgot to guard Dodson after she inbounded the ball. 5 points for Dodson. 35-31. Looking to respond. Emma Lehman chucks up a three from straight on. That's off the back rim, no. And a fight for the rebound results in a jump ball whistle. Colby has the arrow with 50 seconds left in the quarter. Lady Eagles within 4, 35-31, and they have the ball back. Hahn out. Bierman back in for Goodland. Dodson, the inbound passer, not being guarded by Goodland. Everyone else is being covered up. Dodson almost stepped over the baseline, able to catch herself and fling it into Curry, who gives right back to Dodson. And Dodson jogs it the rest of the way over the divider. Right wing pass for Wright, back to Dodson. 40 seconds. Curry comes to the right wing to catch, facing away from the basket. Still has her dribble, but not really acting like it. Bounce pass into the high post intended for Dodson, and Dodson being held is fouled by Adelie Amthor. First foul on Amthor, or second foul on Amthor, I should say. Second team foul. Dodson inbounding from underneath. Can't find anyone, and a 5-second call. Anna Stramel came open on the post, but not soon enough. Goodland ball back with 34 seconds in the quarter and a 4-point lead. They bled about 50 seconds to end the second quarter. We'll see what they try and do here and if Colby lets them. And indeed, it's Emma Lehman standing with the ball tucked in her right arm like a football as the clock ticks down past 15 seconds to 14. Now Michaela Bierman has it. Down to 10 seconds. Michek, top of the key for Amthor. In the left corner for Olivia Lehman. And she is fouled on a reach-in by Dodson with 5 seconds left in the quarter. That is Dodson's third, team foul number 3 on Colby. Alexa Weeder checks in for Goodland. Inbound to Bierman. Top of the key for Emma Lehman. Right back to Weeder, left wing. Fall away three-pointer beats the buzzer. Missed short as time expires. Colby trailed by 8 at the half. They have halved that deficit as we go to quarter number 4. It's Goodland 35, Colby 31. Back in a minute. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. Fourth quarter is underway for the Max Jones Fieldhouse. Colby trailing Goodland 35-31. Near steal on an entry pass to Alexa Weeder, able to pull the ball away, and then she throws it away. A steal by Brooklyn Jones for Colby. Here come the Lady Eagles down by 4. Emma Curry in the left corner. Making in the post, finding Kennedy Stanley, who had to chase it out on a deflection to the left elbow. Stanley playing with 4 fouls for the Lady Eagles. Just check back in. Colby has their starting 5 on the floor to start this fourth quarter. Going right to left as you listen. Brooklyn Jones off a high screen with a right-hand dribble. Crosses to the left hand. Blows past Bierman. Right-handed teardrop in the paint short. Got her own rebound. Put back of it in. And Colby's within a deuce. 35-33. Jones with a dozen to lead the way for the Lady Eagles. Bierman speeds the other way. Leaves it for the trailing Cure. Now Hahn down low to Emma Lehman. Low block right. And she lost her balance and traveled with it. She had the seal and would have had an easy layup, but just stumbled a bit facing away from the basket. And that's turnover number 11 for the Cowgirls. Colby can tie or regain the lead on this trip. Dodson inbounds to Stanley, who gives back to Dodson. Dodson bringing the ball ahead with a left-hand dribble. Angling left over the timeline. Hand off to Jones, high in the left corner. She comes around to the right, has a screen from Curry. Jones with a lefty drive, into the paint she goes. Brooklyn Jones, right-handed runner, short. Rebounded by Weeder for Goodland. Weeder the other way up the right side. Stops. Free throw line extended outside. Leaves it for Bierman. Skip pass across Emma Lehman. Low block left open. Goes around Stanley, who can't foul, and scores off the glass. 8 points for Emma Lehman. 37-33. Goodland back up by 4. 6.5 minutes to go here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. Colby breaks pressure. Jones has it in the right corner. Double team lurking. Brooklyn Jones trying to rip through it and can't. Dribbles out of trouble and finds Dodson. Dodson, a long jumper from up top. Banks in. It's a 3. Mackenzie Dodson banks in a triple. She's got 8 points all in the second half. Colby within 1, 37-36. Top of the key, Weeder. Left wing pass for Bierman for Goodland. Bierman being left space. Beats Hahn, top of the circle. Now it's Weeder on the right wing. Weeder with a lefty drive. Into the paint she goes. Past Curry. Her leaner off glass. Too strong. Rebounded by Stanley. Away to Jones. Colby has numbers if they hurry. Jones, double team in the backcourt. Splits it with a crossover. Left wing pass to Barnett. Open for 3 in the lead. Bullseye! Brianna Barnett from downtown. Her third 3 of the night. Colby back in front. 39-37 with 5:35 to go. Hahn the other way. Long 2 from the right corner. That's too strong. The rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Weeder. It's Colby ball. Back-to-back threes for Colby have given them their first lead since it was 16-14 in the second quarter. And Colby wants a timeout before they inbound the ball. A full timeout called by Tom Stevens. We'll take it with 5:32 left. Colby in front, 39-37 over Goodland. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. Colby 39, Goodland 37. Lady Eagles on a 10-2 run. The Seagulls on radio, 100.3 The Ride. KRDQ Colby. Dan Lucero with you. Colby turns it over after the timeout. Bad pass by Mackenzie Dodson from the top of the key, stolen away by the Cowgirls. The other way, a long 3 from the right corner. Adelie Amthor, it's a 2, toe on the tape, but Amthor connects to tie the game at 39. First 2 for Adelie Amthor, coming a big time for the Cowgirls. With 5 minutes to play, we're back on level terms, 39-39. Full court pressure. Colby breaks it and crosses midcourt. Dodson left side. Picks up the dribble. Left wing pass to Emma Curry. Curry back to Jones between the rings. Trap lurking high left corner. Jones picks up her dribble and now whips it to the right for Curry. Curry immediately trapped in a run and jump. Rips through it, pass to the top of the key, taken away by Michaela Bierman. Goodland can regain the lead here. Bierman on the drive. Kick right corner to Weeder. Extra pass, Amthor. 3 from the right wing. Off the back rim. And Brianna Barnett rips down a strong rebound and is fouled from behind. That's a big board by the smallest player on the floor, the 5'4" Brianna Barnett. Fouled by Lindsay Cure, her first, team foul number 3 on Goodland. Emma Lehman back in, replacing her younger sister Olivia for Goodland. 4:20 left, tied at 39. Dodson inbounding. Finds Kennedy Stanley, who gives right back to Dodson. Dodson lobbing ahead, dangerous pass, caught over the shoulder by Jones, speeding up the left side into the front court. Jones, guarded by Bierman one-on-one, backs away and sets up the offense. Goodland back in man-to-man here. They've shifted between that and the 1-3-1 zone all night. Around a screen, Jones drives, now pulls up 3 from the top of the key, off the back rim, no. Loose ball rebound, Amthor rips it away from Stanley for Goodland. Between the circles, Bierman. Bierman who started around the horn. It's with Weeder right wing, contested 3 on the way for the lead switch. Emma Curry didn't get out soon or aggressively enough until Alexa Weeder drops her third 3. She has 17 points, and Goodland has the lead back, 42-39. 3:30 to go. Jones between the circles. Hands off to Stanley. Goodland back in the 1-3-1. Pass to the right wing. Stolen away by Cure. Took it away from Jones. On the break, Cure lays it in with the left hand. 7-0 run now for Goodland. They lead by 5, 44-39 with 3:05 left. Colby in the backcourt, crossed the midline with a pass to Stanley from Jones. Now Dodson back across to the left, another steal. This one by Weeder, and Weeder on the break lays it in. 46-39 Goodland. Colby now up to 18 turnovers. And nearly had another on the pass over the midcourt stripe. Now Colby down 7 with 2:38 left. Needs a bucket here. Stanley high left for Jones. Curry wants it in the post. Jones looking to drive instead, cut off. Backdoor cut. Dodson alone on the low block right. She lays it in. Good pass from Brooklyn Jones. Dodson running the baseline score. She's into double figures with 10. Colby down by 5, 46-31. Amthor, long 2, left corner the other way. A quick shot. Didn't get it to drop. Loose ball rebound. Colby has the arrow if this is a jump ball, and it is. Dodson and Weeder were tied up. Colby ball down by 5 with 2:13 left. Haley Bierman replaces Michaela Bierman for Goodland here. Another big possession. Colby got a stop. Can they get a score? Make it a one-possession game again. Colby had a 39-37 lead. Then they called a timeout. They turned it over out of the timeout and gave up promptly a 9-0 Goodland run. Colby able to get the ball inbounds. Dodson to Stanley. Now Dodson has it back. Out ahead of Jones, left side. Jones trying to take Bierman. Nearly lost the dribble, but kept it alive. Now a crossover to the left hand. Down the lane on the left. Jones in traffic. Floater. Good. And the foul for Brooklyn Jones. She wanted to attack the freshman Haley Bierman and did. Went past her into the paint. Made the hoop. Got the harm. And Brooklyn Jones can make it a 1 or a 2-point game with the free throw. The foul called on Amthor, her third. And now Michaela Bierman will check back in, replacing Haley Bierman. Jones to the line. This will be just the third free throw attempted by Colby tonight. They're 2 for 2. Goodland is 4 for 7. Free throw by Jones up. And good. Colby within a deuce, 46-44. Sub for Colby. Brianna Barnett sits, replaced by Emma Wright. And now Tom Stevens wants some full court pressure from the Lady Eagles for the first time tonight. Michaela Bierman to inbound for Goodland. They make another sub. Amthor out. Olivia Lehman checks back in. Now Wright backs off. Inbound out ahead to Hahn, who catches over the shoulder and runs down the right side of the front court. Out to the trailing Bierman, and Goodland sets up in the half court, up by 2 with under 2 minutes to play. Down low, Cure off the assist from Weeder. Has the seal on the low post right and scores off the glass. Lindsay Cure makes it 48-44 Goodland with 1:43 to go. Colby have another answer. Stanley in the backcourt. One dribble and a pivot right, a pass ahead to Dodson. Back across to the left for Jones. Jones around to the right. Probing, stops the dribble top of the key, skips it left wing for Curry. Curry for three. Smash! Colby within one. 48-47. Emma Curry from downtown. 1:20 to go. Colby's within a point. Back and forth we go down the stretch. Weeder, right corner, out top for Bierman. To the left wing for Hahn. On the seal, Olivia Lehman layup missed after the challenge from Dodson. Rebounded by Curry, and Curry is fouled with 1:07 to go. Colby with the ball and a chance to regain the lead. The foul is on Bierman, I think it is. That is her third. Team foul number 5 on Goodland. Olivia Lehman sits. Replaced by... That's Emma Lehman. Inbound pass stolen. Bad pass by Dodson. Trying to throw it down the court for Stanley. It got tipped and stolen by Weeder. Goodland ball under a minute now. 1 point game. This is where we remind you that Goodland was 11 for 32 from the free throw line against Cimarron. Colby has to give some fouls here. They only have 3 fouls. Holding the ball is Cure. Now it's in the hands of Hahn. Right wing pass for Weeder. Down to 40 seconds. Colby has to give a foul. Now wide open underneath Emma Lehman. Missed the layup. She was wide open and missed. Rebound to Dodson. Colby ball with 33 seconds. And then Brooklyn Jones is called for a double dribble crossing the midcourt line. Nobody guarding her. She just mishandled the dribble. Turnover number 20 for Colby. They give it back to Goodland with 30 seconds. Bill Bierman wants a full timeout on the Colby sideline, or the Goodland sideline. We'll take it. 48-47 Goodland, 30 seconds left. This is Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. Okay. Goodland 48, Colby 47, 30 seconds to play in this game. It will be Goodland ball out of the timeout. Colby has the arrow, but time is a factor because Colby might need to put Goodland at the line, but Colby only has 3 team fouls. They have to give 3 fouls, and that might have to be their priority. Go for the tie-up, and if you get called for the foul, fine. Kennedy Stanley can't foul. She's out there with 4. She's out with Wright, Jones, Dodson, and Curry. Inbounding at midcourt to Lexa Weeder. On the near right sideline. Able to find Hahn. Jones went for the steal, and traveling is called. Hahn didn't start her dribble in time. Goodland turns it over. Colby ball with 29 seconds. Trailing by 1. The absolute best case scenario. Dodson inbounding. Finds Wright. Wright is double team. Trying to dribble around it. She lost the ball out of bounds. She tried to get around Emma Lehman, and the much smaller sophomore guard Wright could not do it. 25 seconds left. Goodland has the ball back. Now you're back in. Try and force a tie-up or foul territory. Weeder inbounding underneath. The lob is caught by Bierman. Now Hahn up top. Hahn in the left corner for Weeder. 20 seconds. Colby has to give a foul, and they finally do. With 19 seconds, it's Jones fouling. That's her second. She fouled Bierman. Tom Stevens is screaming at his players from the Colby bench right now, making sure they know what they have to do. Weeder to inbound at her bench, left sideline. Bierman comes free. They won't give the foul. Wright came out to guard but wouldn't foul, and now the foul given by Dodson on Hahn with 13 seconds. That was a waste of 6 seconds. Dodson's 4th foul. Emma Wright did not know what to do. She came out to guard, but then just kind of froze. And now Wright is coming out, getting an earful from Tom Stevens, replaced by Brianna Barnett. 13 seconds left. Colby still has to give one more foul. And Barnett gives it immediately with 10 seconds, fouling Bierman. That's Barnett's first. So now one more to put Goodland at the line, where they are no sure bet as a team. They were 11 for 32 against Cimarron on Friday. Inbound in the corner, Bierman. Back to Hahn. Hahn nearly lost it and was fouled with 7 seconds. So Goodland was able to burn 18 seconds while Colby gave their fouls after the Colby turnover, which followed the Goodland turnover. That foul on Jones, her third, and shooting the 1-and-1 is Sydney Hahn. She's 4 for 10 from the line on the year. Goodland up 1, 48-47 with 7 seconds left. Hahn's free throw, swish. That's a big make. One more, and the best Colby can do is tie. With 7 seconds left, Colby has to go the length of the floor regardless. Hahn's free throw. It rolls in. Big makes by the senior Sydney Hahn, and Goodland wants timeout. We're going to keep it here during this 30-second timeout with 7 seconds to go. 2 clutch free throws by Sydney Hahn, giving Goodland a 50-47 lead. All kinds of chances for Colby in this fourth quarter. They had the ball with 29 seconds left down 1 and immediately gave it back. And that is the number that will jump off the page of the stat sheet tonight, the turnover margin. Colby has turned the ball over 21 times tonight, and as such are in danger of losing to Goodland for the first time in 9 games. Colby needs a 3 to tie and has to go the length of the floor in 7 seconds. Barnett, Dodson, Curry, Jones, all capable three-point shooters. They're out there with Kennedy Stanley, who will inbound. Goodland guarding both Jones and Barnett in the backcourt. Stanley, a baseball pass down the floor. It's overthrown. It's deflected out of bounds by Lindsey Cure. A second and a half ran off the clock. 5.8 seconds left. But Colby can inbound in the front court now. So not the worst thing in the world. Tom Stevens has a timeout left, and he will use it. We'll take our final break. 50-47 Goodland. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. Five seconds to play at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. Colby trailing Goodland 50-47. Lady Eagles with one last chance at it. Inbounding free throw line extended is Mackenzie Dodson on the right sideline. And Brooklyn Jones was being held as she tried to maneuver through the stack on the out-of-bounds play. The foul called on Michaela Bierman. That's her fourth. Team foul number 6. So not a bad foul for Goodland to give. We'll see if they want to give another and not let Colby shoot a 3. Dodson has the ball back from the official looking to inbound. Jones can't pop 3. Stanley does. 4. Now Jones has it. 3, 2. Jones, top of the key, gets a good look. It's off to the right. No good, and that's the ball game. Colby got as good a look as they could have asked for. Brooklyn Jones, top of the key around the defenders, but it missed off to the right, and the Colby Lady Eagles fall short. The Goodland Cowgirls snap an 8-game losing streak against the Lady Eagles and maintain their best start in 7 years. Your final score tonight from Max Jones Fieldhouse, the Goodland Cowgirls 50, the Colby Lady Eagles 47. We'll take a break, come back with the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show. You've been listening to the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. Hey, play the 2-minute post-game break here, too. Play the 2-minute post-game break here, too. Oh, that's what you're on right now? Perfect. Right. Okay. Welcome into the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show. Heartbreaker for the Colby Lady Eagles as their fight back in the fourth quarter ends up falling short as they fall to the Goodland Cowgirls tonight, 50-47. With the win, Goodland goes to 7-1. Colby drops to 3-4. We are now going to be joined here on the postgame by Tom Stevens, the head coach of the Colby Lady Eagles. And Tom, really good start to this game and a furious fight back in the fourth quarter. But what are the things you're kind of looking at with this team right now that are keeping them from being consistent, particularly on that offensive end over the course of 32 minutes?
We had a rash of turnovers. It was really bad in the first half, especially in the second quarter. We also didn't communicate and know where their shooters were a couple times, and that's disappointing as well.
The turnovers, is there a root cause for those, or is it just a combination of things that are causing you to maybe not value the basketball the way you need?
Usually the cause is you throw it to the other team.
Do you see maybe in the offense at times still just a little bit of maybe it's hesitation or maybe it's not communicating on that side of the ball?
We just aren't or have been inconsistent about making the right decision where to throw the ball. And then when things don't go well, it's like we're in panic mode instead of just relax and reset.
One thing that I thought was a big improvement from Friday night, you have complementary scoring. Jones and Stanley did their thing, but you got Mackenzie Dodson and Brianna Barnett and Emma Curry a little more involved tonight. How important is that to have all five of those players show that they can score in their own way?
As long as we get a good shot, I don't worry about who gets the shots. As long as we get a good shot and our offense gets us those shots, I think we'll be okay.
Last play of the game, you got the good look you wanted. Brooklyn Jones from the top of the key. Is that one you just you live with the result? You're disappointed, but you get a shot that good in that spot, you live with it?
Yeah, we have to. We were wanting to make it, but we shouldn't have been in that position to begin with.
Last question, Coach, what will you emphasize going into Friday night against Ulysses? What will you emphasize
how
this
to
week?
defend Ulysses and how to run some offensive sets a little better.
All right, thanks for your time tonight, Coach. That's Tom Stevens. He is the head coach of the Colby Lady Eagles. Again, they fall tonight 50-47. Let's run through the final individual numbers. Goodland was led by Telexa Wieters, 19 points. It was then 8 apiece for Lindsay Cure and Emma Lehman, and 7 points for Sydney Hahn. 4 points for Michaela Bierman, and 2 apiece for Jaxie Michek and Adelie Amthor. Playing and not scoring for Goodland, Haley Bierman and Olivia Lehman. All 5 of Colby's starters got into the score sheet tonight. Brooklyn Jones with 15 to show the way, and 10 points for Mackenzie Dodson, tying a season high. It was 9 points for Brianna Barnett and 8 for Kennedy Stanley, 5 points for Emma Curry. Emma Wright and Anna Stramel played and did not score. Your Colby Dodge Ram Tough player of the game, Brooklyn Jones, when Colby was down by 8 at the half, Jones started taking matters into her own hands offensively and dragged Colby back into the game herself. She had 9 of her 15 points in the second half, including a crucial 3-point play late that made it a 2-point game at 46-44. Colby, who had trailed by as many as 7 down the stretch, got as close as 1, but a pair of free throws by Sydney Hahn with 7 seconds left gave the Cowgirls a 3-point lead, and they held on for the 3-point win, 50-47. That'll do it for the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show. Come back to the Max Jones Fieldhouse with us for the Funk Optometry pregame show for Game 2 of our doubleheader. The Colby boys taking on the Goodland Cowboys. That's coming up. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. You're fine. You said over that. It's fine.
Welcome back to the Max Jones Fieldhouse for game number 2 of our Colby Eagle basketball doubleheader tonight. We are just 34 miles from Colby in the town of Goodland as this rivalry continues between the Colby Eagles and the Goodland Cowboys. The Eagles 3-3, the Cowboys are 2-5. Once again, I am Dan Lucero, and this is the Funk Optometry pregame show. If there's a sense of deja vu about this one, there ought to be, because this is not the first time that the Colby Eagles and Goodland Cowboys have made their acquaintances in this 2020-2021 campaign. The two teams met in the third place game at the Topside Tip-Off Tournament back on December 12th. And that was a game that was very much a tale of two halves. Goodland came out swinging, led at the half, and led by as many as 11 late in the third quarter. But with the score 38-27, Colby got rolling, going on a 15-0 run that spanned the end of the third quarter and included a buzzer-beating three-pointer by Hunter Vaughn, and then included the start of the fourth quarter as well. When the dust settled on that run, Colby led by 4, and they would not trail again as Colby was able to pull away and finish the deal at the free throw line for a 58-46 triumph over these Cowboys, their 5th straight win in the series. are coming off of a defeat in their most recent contest. As they fell hard to Dodge City, 69-47 on the road Friday night. And you talk about a tale of two halves, that game was certainly one as well. As Colby and Dodge City were tied at 27 at halftime, Colby was outscored 42-20 in the second half. Couldn't get stops, couldn't make shots, just couldn't do much of anything. And the end result, a 22-point road loss to open up the 2021 portion of their schedule. They were led in the losing effort by senior center Peyton Rollmeyer. The 6'5" big man had a season-high 17 points in the losing effort. Joining him in double figures was Ryan Myers, the 6'2" senior. He had 16 points in the game and is averaging just shy of 18 per contest this year. Rollmeyer averaging a dozen points a game. But the Eagles failed to get much complimentary scoring in that contest as Rollmeyer and Myers scored 33 of their team's 47 points. That will be an emphasis tonight for the Eagles. As they take on the Cowboys, who are also coming off of a one-sided loss to open 2021. They were on the road at Cimarron, the GWAC opener for both teams. So that is the only meeting this year between Cimarron and Goodland. So it counted as a league game. It was all Blue Jays, 66-45 was the final score in that one. The Cowboys couldn't get anything going beyond the usual exploits of their star, 6'5" senior guard Brennan Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh had 16 points and 6 rebounds in the defeat, but didn't get much help on the offensive end. Brumbaugh is outstanding, 18 points a game, including 22 in the loss to Colby back on December 12th right here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. He's the only double-figure scorer, but a sophomore and a freshman have also been chipping in for the Cowboys this season. 6'5" sophomore Devontae Hardy averaging 7.5 points a game. 6' freshman guard Linton averaging 8 points per contest. The Cowboys are a capable team. They're athletic. They look different than they did when they played Colby the first time, thanks to the return of 6'4" senior Leighton Cure. It might be the best athlete on the team. He made his season debut Friday after sitting out the first semester with a thumb injury he'd suffered during football season. The Fort Hays State football commit had 6 points and 3 rebounds in that losing effort on Friday night. But he gives Goodland an extra big man, some extra athleticism, some extra depth, a dimension that could help them, they hope, get over the hump against Colby and snap this 5-game losing skid in this series. It's Colby and Goodland on the hardwood, and when it's Colby and Goodland on anything, you stop and you pay attention to these two longtime Northwest Kansas rivals. We're glad you're with us to hear this one. We're going to hear from the head coach of the Colby Eagles, Park McKee, after this break as the Punch Out Commentary pregame show continues. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 to Ride. Welcome back to the Max Jones Fieldhouse in Goodland. Time to starting odds for tonight's boys basketball contest between the Goodland Cowboys and the Colby Eagles. And meet the visitors first, the Eagles 3-3, coached by Parker McKee. They'll start like this. Then a home run for point, the 5'9" sophomore. At the 2, Ryan Myers, a 6'2" senior. At the 3 is Jared Rush, a 6-foot senior. At the 4, Jacob Winter, a 6'3" senior. And in the middle, Peyton Holmeyer, a 6'5" senior. Vaughn, Myers, Rush, Wetter, and Holmeyer for the Eagles in their red-black uniforms with orange letters and numbers trimmed in white and gray trim on the shorts. The Goodland Cowboys, who are 2-5, coached by Mike Bell. They will start like this. At the point is Kerr Witten, a 6-foot freshman. At the 2, Brennan Brumbaugh, a 6'5" senior. At the 3, Matt Nemechek, a 6-foot junior. At the 4, Leighton Cure, a 6'4" senior. And in the middle, Devontae Hardy, a 6'5" sophomore. Witten, Brumbaugh, Nemechek, Cure, and Hardy for the Cowboys. They're in home right with black letters and numbers trimmed in gold. Colby will go left to right, Goodland right to left as we get started. Meeting number 2 between these two teams this season. Colby won the third place game at the Topside Football Tournament here at Max Jones, 58-46, back on December 12th. Colby to inbound to start the game. Jared Rush in for Hunter Vaughn. We're underway from Goodland. Vaughn stops his dribble top of the key, right wing pass to Ryan Myers. Goodland comes out in the 2-3 zone to start. Ball revolves around the perimeter and now goes into the right corner for Myers. Back to Vaughn, now Myers off the screen. Right corner three-pointer on the way. Off the heel, big down from the rebound. Witten, the freshman, comes down with a weak side for Goodland. First possession for the Cowboys. Colby matches up man-to-man with Myers guarding Witten. Hand off to Brumbaugh, being chased by Rush into the left corner. A hand off there to Nemechek on the wing. Kick to Witten. New ball fake. Drive, pull up 8-footer, contested by Rohrmeyer. That's short. Rebound deflected away from Hardy by Rohrmeyer into the hands of Rush. And Colby comes the other way. 40 seconds in, each team with a possession. Neither team has scored. Ball on the right, across from Myers outside the arc. To the high post for Jacob Wetter. Turnaround front-foot jumper. Off the back iron. Another big rebound bounce. And it's loose. Around by Brumbaugh at the free throw line. He brings it up the left side for Goodland. Brumbaugh driving on Rush with the right hand. Pick up the right wing. Open for 3 over Myers. In and out, and Rohrmeyer pulls the rebound away from Cure. Colby in the other direction with it. Vaughn lobbing over the zone to Myers' left side, right back to Vaughn, to the high post to Rohrmeyer. His 15-footer from the free throw line, way off the mark, hit the backboard. Rebound pass to Brumbaugh. Shilly shooting to start this one, no score, a minute and 20 seconds in. Brumbaugh looking for the entry pass, it's cut off, goes from the top of the key instead. Now Cure in the high post left, faces up Rohrmeyer. Drives and leans in, and Rohrmeyer commits the reach-in foul before the shot. First down on Rohrmeyer, first time either team. Brumbaugh to inbound. Boosting his left underneath for the
Cowboys in the corner for Nemechek. Nemechek, one dribble, bounces for Brumbaugh on the post, posting up Wetter. Too strong off the glass with the putback. And the rebound out of bounds off of Ryan Myers. Could not corral it cleanly, and Goodland will have another chance. Nemechek to trigger in now, hoop to his right. Lob for Brumbaugh, who catches in the middle of the paint. Missed the tip in. Got his own rebound. Third chance, Nemechek, no. Fourth chance, Leighton Curie missed the right-handed putback. Fifth chance, Brumbaugh, and he's fouled, I think, by Wallmeyer. And that's all kinds of disastrous for Colby. One, they can't get a rebound. Two, Peyton Wallmeyer has 2 first-quarter fouls. Goodland has good size and athleticism with the 6'4" Cure, the 6'5" Brumbaugh, the 6'5" Hardy, and they used it to the advantage against Colby there. Brumbaugh at the stripe. His first free throw swishes through. Wallmeyer with those 2 fouls to the bench. An early game debut tonight for Ian Rosales, the 6'3" junior for Colby. And he's going to have to play a lot of first half minutes, it would appear. Second free throw coming from Brumbaugh, who was 38 of 45 in the year coming in. He missed it. Rebound deflects off of Cure and into the hands of Myers for Colby. 1-0 Goodland, about 2 minutes into this one. Wetter, high post. Dribbling inside, spins to his left on Hardy. Left-handed layup misses, and a foul called on the rebound is going to be on Ian Rosales boxing out. First foul on Rosales, and if he gets in foul trouble, I don't know what Colby's plan in the post is. Probably Jacob Wetter at center, because outside of him, they don't have anybody taller than Myers at 6'2". Goodland with a 1-0 lead. Nemechek free throw line extend on the left, hand off to Cure, down low to the wide open cutter Brumbaugh, and the reverse layup with the right hand is good. 3-0 Goodland. Brumbaugh with all 3 Goodland points. Vaughn, top of the key, thought about the 3 against his own, picks up the dribble instead, feeds Rush. Rush drives the right baseline, feeds it to Rosales on the block. Rosales stripped to the basketball. It's stolen away by Nemechek. Nemechek cut off by Vaughn as he tried to bring it ahead. Now fires cross court into the front court for Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh, left-handed drive into the paint. Pull up and under. Scoop shot with the right hand, no. Good seal on the rebound by Wetter, leaving the loose ball to fall for Vaughn for Colby. 5:15 to play in the first. Colby down 3-0. Vaughn coast to coast. His right-handed runner rattles out. Rebounded by Cure. Cure fouled by Rosales. Rosales has to know he can't do that. He can't afford to get a second foul with Wallmeyer already with 2 fouls. So that's 4 team fouls on Colby. And checking in for Rosales is Shane Puckett, first action for the 6-foot sophomore. So now it's Jacob Wetter, just about all by himself in the post for Colby with the foul trouble here early. 5 minutes to play in the first as Cure misses a floater from the right baseline, collided with Wetter, no whistle. Vaughn, another rebound for Colby. Out ahead to Puckett, right wing. Puckett feeding the trailer Rush. Rush bounces for Myers, short corner right. Dribbling around, Hardy into the paint he goes. Lobs it back for Rush, who nearly lost his balance. Flings it out to the top of the key for Vaughn. Vaughn, left corner, tries a 3. That's off the heel. Rebounded by Rush in the middle of the paint. Spinning to his right. Put back up, no good. Got his own rebound and sticks it up and in off the glass. Colby finally on the board. Jaron Rush with the bucket to cut the Goodland lead to 3-2. Quickly the other way. Knifing through the paint is Nemechek for the return pass on the give and go from Linton, and Nemechek scores with the right hand. 5-2 Goodland. 4:15 to play first quarter. Myers right wing up top for Vaughn. Vaughn back to Myers on the wing, who leaps to catch. One dribble right back to Vaughn. Vaughn off the screen. Dribbles through the paint. Right-handed teardrop up over Hardy. No. Had his own rebound and then got fouled. Good work by Vaughn to follow his shot. He was fouled by Brumbaugh, I believe. It is on Brumbaugh, his first, and the first on Goodland. 2 subs for the Cowboys. Trevor Days, a 6'2 senior, checking in for Hardy. And Linton departs, replaced by Manny Gonzalez, the 5'7 freshman. Inbound from underneath to Rush on the left wing. Puckett finds Myers in the left corner. He dribbles out to the wing, being checked by Cure as Goodland shifts to man-to-man defense. Now Vaughn outside the volleyball line up top. Angling right. Looking for Puckett through a screen top of the key. Puckett back to Vaughn, left corner. Puckett, or rather Vaughn driving the baseline. His layup blocked by Nemechek. Rebound picked up by Rush in the left corner. Out top now Myers. Myers diving through the paint. His scoop shot with the left hand, no. Myers saved the rebound into Rush. Rush, 10-foot jumper from the left corner. Misses everything. Rebound by Cure. Outlet ahead to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh goes the distance and finger rolls it in with the right hand. 7-2 Goodland, and Colby looks like they couldn't hit water if they fell out of the proverbial boat with 3:10 to play in this first quarter. Myers to Rush at the foul line. Down low left to Wetter. Wetter head fakes his man in the air. Power dribble. Right-handed reverse layup. Good. That's the easiest way to take the lid off the basket. Shoot a layup. Jacob Wetter's first two. Cuts the Goodland lead to 7-4. The other way. Nemechek on the drive. Stripped to the ball. Wetter tried to save it, but could not. Stepped on the end line. Sub in for Goodland. Cure departs, replaced by Esteban Ordonez, a 6-foot senior. Brumbaugh inbounding. Hoop to his right. In the corner, Gonzalez catch and shoot three. That's an air ball. Rebounded by Vaughn. Vaughn looked for the quick outlet. Nothing available, so he jogs it into the front court himself. Left wing pass for Puckett. He hands it back to Vaughn. Now Myers, top of the key. Into the high post for Wetter. Wetter stripped of the basketball by Days. It's stolen. Turnover number 2 for Colby. Ahead, Brumbaugh. Left-hand dribble down the set baseline. Weaves into the paint. Left the right-handed runner short. Rush clears the glass for Colby. 2:30 to play first quarter. A lot of activity without much scoreboard achievement so far. 7-4 Goodland. Entry pass from Vaughn on the right intended for Rush, and he's fouled on the catch by Trevor Days. That's Days' first, team foul number 2. 2 subs coming for Goodland. Linton and Hardy to return, and Brock Moll will check in for the first time, 5'7" senior. Going to the bench are Days, Nemechek, and Brumbaugh. Hunter Vaughn lobs for Ryan Myers. Lobach right, now takes the handoff, shoots a 10-footer from the right angle. That's short. Rebound to Hardy, uncontested for the Cowboys. Long lead pass from Gonzalez, intended for Ordonez, and he overthrew it out of bounds underneath. Turnover for Goodland. That was a fastball from Manny Gonzalez that was much too tall for the 6-foot Ordonez as he cut to the basket. Colby ball down just 3 despite their offensive struggles in this opening quarter. Myers, right corner, out top for Vaughn. Vaughn back to Myers on the wing. Myers back to Vaughn up top. Vaughn with a lefty drive. No look pass to the cutter. Rush down the lane on the right. He got too far into the basket, missed the layup, but got his own rebound. Back out to Myers on the right. And Myers is hand checked by Moll out on the perimeter. First foul on Moll, third on the Cowboys. Minute 48 to play in the first. Goodland 7, Colby 4. A messy affair on both ends so far. Hunter Vaughn to Ryan Myers on the right wing. Myers drops steps left. Now drives right into the paint. Kick out to Puckett. Puckett up top, open 3. Cash. Shane Puckett from downtown connects for the 3 to tie the game at 7. Quickly the other way are the Cowboys. It's Gonzalez driving down the middle of the paint. Tosses up a runner high off glass. No good, too strong. Rebounded by Rush for Colby. Here come the Eagles. Chance to take the lead. Vaughn down the baseline left. Hooks a pass across the paint to Puckett. Puckett's layup misses off the back rim, but he was fouled hard on the shot, and Shane Puckett's headed to the line for 2. Parker McKee loves the energy Shane Puckett brings off the bench. And though Puckett isn't a big scorer, 3.2 points per game, he is certainly capable of hitting from downtown. His first free throw off the back rim, no good. The foul, by the way, on Manny Gonzalez, his first, and Goodland's 4th. Brumbaugh and Cure return for Goodland, replacing Ordonez and Gonzalez. Colby playing without Peyton Wallmeyer right now, who picked up 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes. His backup, Ian Rosales, also in foul trouble. And Puckett goes 0 for 2 from the line. The rebound to Brumbaugh for Goodland. Brumbaugh has it back at the top of the key, misses the open three-pointer, but Leighton Cure cleans up the loose change and lays it up and in. Colby just didn't get settled on defense on that possession, gave up an open three-pointer, and when that missed, an offensive rebound and an easy putback. 9-7 Goodland, under a minute to play in the first. Vaughn driving through the middle of the paint, jump stop, lefty layup missed, wouldn't have counted anyway. Traveling called on the jump stop, excuse me. Turnover number 3 for Colby. Ian Rosales, despite those 2 fouls, back in the game, replacing Jacob Wetter. Goodland into the front court. Cure top of the key. Colby showing a little bit of a matchup zone now. Right wing Moll. Checked by Puckett in the right corner for Linton. Contested 3 over Myers is an air ball. Rebound saved by Rush inbounds, but he threw it to Cure. And then Cure threw it off of Rush. It caromed to Brumbaugh. And Rush was standing out of bounds, so it's out of bounds, a dead ball to Goodland. What a weird possession. And Rush is okay. That ball came at him at a high velocity and hit him square, but he seems to be fine. Brock Mole departs for Goodland, replaced by Matt Nemechek. 29 seconds to play first quarter. Cowboys up a deuce, 9-7. Inbound from underneath to the left wing for Linton. Linton spins to his left into a double team, passes out of it up top to Nemechek. Nemechek angles right in front of the Colby bench, hands off to Cure. Cure guarded by Vaughn, able to get the ball away to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh skidded to a stop as he caught the pass under pressure from Jaron Rush. Traveling is called. Turnover number 2 for Goodland. Colby ball with 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Inbound from Myers to Vaughn. Vaughn walks it over the timeline. Pass to the left wing, tipped and stolen by Nemechek, but then he stepped on the sideline trying to turn the corner and start the break. Colby keeps it with 9.5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Inbound into the backcourt for Vaughn, left side. Vaughn trying to go left, cut off by Nemechek, and Nemechek called for the blocking foul. Nemechek's first, team foul number 5 in this first quarter for the Cowboys. 5 seconds left in this first quarter. Vaughn inbounding in front of the scorer's table. Into Myers. Rips through a double team. Driving with the right hand on Cure. Now a step back three from the right wing. It hits! As time expires in the first quarter, Brian Myers drops a tray to beat the buzzer. Second time we've seen him do that this year. He did that early this season against Liberal at the community building. It gives Colby a 10-9 lead after one quarter over Goodland. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. One quarter in the books here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. Colby 10, Goodland 9, thanks to a Ryan Myers three-pointer as time expired on the first 8 minutes. Myers and Shane Puckett each hitting three-pointers for Colby and leading the Eagles in scoring after one quarter of play. Brennan Brumbaugh's 5 paced the Cowboys. Goodland ball right to left to start quarter number 2. Cole Linton bounces out of a double team to Leighton Cure, left wing to Matt Nemechek. Starting 5 on the floor for Goodland. For Colby, Rosales and Puckett out there with Myers, Vaughn, and Rush, and it's Puckett with a steal for Colby. Eagles the other way. Vaughn, top of the circle, looking into the post, but nothing available. Right wing pass for Myers instead against this 2-3 zone. Vaughn probing to the top of the key, fakes an entry pass, now lobs for Puckett at the foul line. Puckett stripped to the ball by Linton, loose ball to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh going it alone, Euro step past Vaughn, but he missed the left-handed reverse layup. It rattled out. Rebounded by Puckett. We have seen a lot of missed layups so far in this one. Myers left corner for Colby. Feeding the low post left for Rush. Rush with Hardy on his hip. Fakes a baseline spin and drag the pivot foot. Travel. Turnover number 5 for Colby. Sub for Goodland. Manny Gonzalez checking in, replacing Cole Linton. 7:07 to play in the first half. Colby 10, Goodland 9. Nemechek gets around Vaughn on the drive to the foul line. Now kicks to the left wing. Gonzalez fires up a 3 and swishes it. Manny Gonzalez just 2 of 12 from deep in the first 7 games this season. Connects on that triple to give Goodland the lead back 12-10. Vaughn off a high screen from Rush. Stops right elbow inside the arc. Now feeds the cutter. Rush. Touch pass to Rosales across the lane. And the right-handed layup is good. Rush could see he wasn't going to catch it clean, so just kind of tapped it to Rosales for the easy deuce. We're tied at 12. The other way, Cure in the paint. Turnaround jumper over Rosales. Too strong. Rebounded by Myers for Colby. Myers out ahead for Vaughn, right wing. Nemechek stole it. Tried to save it. Ball is rolling all the way down the floor, untouched out of bounds underneath the Goodland basket. Colby has it back. Goodland is extending that 2-3 zone out They know Colby likes to pass the ball around the perimeter, and Matt Nemechek in particular has been really aggressive going for steals, and he's almost had a couple of them on the wing. Devontae Hardy checks out for Goodland. Into the post to replace him is the less tall but much bulkier Trevor Days. Colby in the front court, game tied at 12. It's Puckett right corner, thought about the three, picked it up, and gives to Vaughn instead. Vaughn trying to drive, cut off in a double team against the zone. Now has it back from Myers on the left wing. Beating underneath, looking for Rosales. Had the ball slapped away from behind by Cure. Loose ball to Gonzalez. Here comes Goodland. Gonzalez cross court to Cure right corner. Cure driving, cut off, feeds in the middle of the paint for Days. Days leans in, fakes Rosales, misses the lefty shot from 5 feet. It fell off the left side of the rim. Puckett clears the glass for the Eagles. 5:40 to play first half. Colby and Goodland tied at 12. Puckett to the right corner for Myers. Myers, one dribble, lobs it back for Puckett up top. Puckett hands to Rosales, who swings it to Vaughn left wing. Vaughn steps back, fakes the three, leans in and passes to Puckett. Around the horn it comes to Rush, short corner right. Beating the flex cutter through the paint, Rosales. Tough angle, off-balance layup, missed too strong off the window. Cure with the rebound for the Cowboys. The other way, Gonzalez, weaving into the paint. Dumps it off to Trevor Days, all alone, low block right. His layup is good. Manny Gonzalez making it happen off the bench for Goodland. They lead 14-12 with 5 minutes left in the first half. Rosales double teamed on the block, kick to Puckett, right wing for three, off the heel. Cure the weak side defensive rebound. Dribbling into the paint, Euro steps around two defenders, throws up a runner off the front rim, and a rebound. We have a whistle and a foul. Dace shoving Puckett, and the foul is called on Dace, his second. Colby calls a timeout. It is a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here with 4:48 to play here in the first half. Goodland leading Colby 14-12. A lot of push and pull in this one so far. Two teams are exchanging baskets, and not much going into the basket for both teams. A lot of missed shots, a lot of missed layups. Turnovers, once again, a problem for Colby. They turned it over 20-plus times against Dodge City on Friday night. They have turned it over half a dozen times here already in Goodland. We're overdue to tell you this is the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride, KRDQ Colby. I'm Dan Lucero. Clayton Jacob, producer engineer tonight, back at our Rockingham Media Studios in Colby. Earlier tonight, you heard a great one between the Colby and Goodland girls. Came down to the wire. Colby couldn't finish. They fell to the very good Cowgirls, 50-47. That's a good team. They're 7-1 on the year, and they are heading into a big one against unbeaten Hugoton, who might want to be one of the best teams in the state, regardless of class, on Friday. Colby into the front court. Peyton Wallmeyer has checked back in with 2 fouls. He delivers to Hunter Vaughn, who tries a wide-open three from straight on and missed it too strong. Rebounded by Hardy for Goodland. In the front court, Cole Linton driving into the paint. Right-handed runner up over the defense is good. Cole Linton's first 2. And Goodland having no problem attacking the rim, getting downhill and driving against Colby's defense. Vaughn to the right elbow, looking for the cutter. It's not there, so he takes the 15-foot jumper instead. 2 bounces off the back rim, no. Rebounded by Wallmeyer, and Wallmeyer was fouled on the rebound. And that is team foul number 7 on Goodland, and it sends Colby to the free throw line. That foul on Brumbaugh, that is his second of the first half. And Peyton Wallmeyer should be shooting a 1-and-1. Ordonez in for Nemechek for Goodland as Wallmeyer goes to the line. On the year, Peyton Wallmeyer 17 of 27 at the charity stripe. Shooting a 1-and-1 with 4:12 to play in the first half. The front end on the way, off the back rim. And Ordonez with the uncontested rebound for Goodland. Colby now 0 for 3 as a team tonight from the line. Brumbaugh on the drive, nearly lost it. Able to tap it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez through the paint. Kicks left corner for Hardy. Awkward release, 3, no. Rebounded by Brumbaugh, middle of the paint. Stick back high off the window, drops in off the front rim. 6-0 run now for Goodland. They lead by 6, 18-12. Largest lead of the game for either team with 3:45 left in the first half. Rush feeds Wallmeyer on the high post. He kicks to an open Myers. Right corner for 3. Swish! Nothing but the bottom of the net for Ryan Myers from Triple City. His second made 3. Cuts the lead in half. It's 18-15 Cowboys. Linton steps back, uncontested. His 3 drops home. And now Goodland wants a timeout. Colby forgetting to guard the shooter. They give up a wide open 3, and the lead is back to 6. Goodland's timeout is a 30-second timeout, so we will stay here with 3:26 to play in the first half. Goodland 21, Colby 15. 2 made threes now for Goodland. Colby has made 3, 2 from Myers, 1 from Puckett. And that was a fired-up Goodland team coming to the sideline at that timeout. Fired-up bench. Talking to people who are connected to the Goodland program, they weren't happy with their effort and their energy Friday night when they went to Cimarron and lost by 21. And I know that Parker McKee didn't feel like his team's energy and effort were consistent in their loss at Dodge City. So it would be interesting to see coming into tonight which team had more energy, which team was getting to the glass, winning 50-50 balls. So far, that's been the home team. Colby ball out of the timeout. Goodland into a 1-3-1 zone now. Rush in the right corner, left alone. Probes with 1 dribble, now hooks it back to the right wing for Vaughn. Myers to Wallmeyer, short corner left side. 2 defenders on him. Skips it across to Vaughn, right corner for 3. And it's in and out. Halfway down, but the iron unkind. Gonzalez rebounds for Goodland. Outlet ahead to Brumbaugh, left wing. Brumbaugh trying to drive on 2 defenders. Stripped to the ball and then kicked it. Inadvertently, Colby had numbers, but the whistle blew for a kicked ball. Bit of a bad break there maybe for Colby. Colby down by 6 with the ball. 2:50 to play first half. Vaughn crosses the timeline with a right-hand dribble. It's Brumbaugh at 6'5" at the top of that 1-3-1. Hassling Puckett now left side. He bounces across the floor to Vaughn. Vaughn to the elbow with the dribble. Now backs outside the arc. Vaughn still working the dribble, top of the key. Now stops, has space, thought about the 3, didn't take it. Myers has it right wing. Skip pass left side for Myers. Or for Puckett. Down low to Rush. Rush hooks it to Wallmeyer. Wallmeyer driving through the paint, going up for the shot, is fouled across the arm. That was much better offense from Colby to work the ball around and through the 1-3-1 and get Peyton Wallmeyer drive to the basket. He got fouled by Gonzalez, his second, and team foul number 8. Wallmeyer to the line for a pair. Has yet to score after a season-high 17 on Friday night. First free throw here changes that as he swishes it home. Sub for Goodland. Nemechek in for Gonzalez. Both teams in a little bit of foul trouble. Gonzalez and Days, 2 valuable reserves, along with Brumbaugh playing with 2 fouls for Goodland. Colby had Wallmeyer and Rosales pick up 2 fouls early. Wallmeyer splits the pair of free throws. Hardy rebounds for Goodland. Cowboy ball with the lead, 21-16. Into the front court, Nemechek, hands off to Cure, top of the key. Right wing for Brumbaugh, shoots a 3 over the closing defender Rush, too strong, rebounded by Vaughn in the middle of the paint. And Colby comes the other way with 2 minutes to play in the first half. Deep 3 for Myers from the left wing. Nothing but the bottom of the net! Ryan Myers stroking it from deep. That is his 24th made 3 of the season and 3rd tonight. Colby back within 2, 21-19. Minute 45 to play here in the first half. Hardy on the block. Shoots over Wallmeyer, defending very carefully. Left it short. The rebound out of bounds. And we have a foul called on the rebound. Cure going into the back of Wallmeyer. First foul on Leighton Cure. Team foul number 9. And Colby will shoot a bonus. I think it will be Wallmeyer, who's standing with his hands on his hips in front of the Colby bench. In fact, he's going to check out here, replaced by Jacob Wetter. I guess it wasn't Wallmeyer who got fouled. It was Puckett, the help defender, who got fouled. So Shane Puckett, 0 for 2 from the line in the game and 0 for 2 on the season, in fact. Had not attempted a free throw before tonight. Shooting the bonus with 1:39 to play in the quarter. Front end of the 1-and-1 on the way. Nothing but nylon. Puckett, the sophomore, with a chance to tie it at the stripe. But he cannot. He left it short. Hardy, another rebound for the Cowboys. Goodland 21, Colby 20. Final 95 seconds of this first half. Brumbaugh, top of the key for the Cowboys. Left wing pass for Nemechek to the high post now for Hardy. Skip pass to Brumbaugh. Right wing, a contested 3. Left it short. Rebounded by Wetter for Colby. And now the Eagles can take the lead on this possession. Vaughn flying down the middle of the floor. Into the paint he goes. Around Hardy. Right-handed layup. Good. Hunter Vaughn gives Colby the 22-21 lead. He just never stopped. And nobody stopped the ball for the Cowboys. Colby's on a 7-0 run. They lead 22-21 with a minute 11 to play here in the first half. Inbound to Nemechek. Colby setting up a 1-2-1-1 three-quarter court press. And Linton able to break it with a dribble along the left side. And then as he tried to split two defenders, he was fouled on a reach-in by Jaron Rush. That's Rush's first. Team foul number 5 on Colby. Nemechek inbounding, far side right, into Hardy on the post, shooting over Wetter. Couldn't get it to fall. A tough angle fall away from the right baseline from 5 feet short. Another rebound to Puckett for Colby. Eagle ball with a 1-point lead, 22-21. 50 seconds to play first half. Vaughn thinking three. Off the back rim, no. From the top of the key, rebounded by Nemechek for the Cowboys. Nemechek right down the middle of the floor. Tried to get around Vaughn, and Vaughn fouled him with the body. First foul on Hunter Vaughn, 6th on the Eagles. .38 seconds left in the quarter as Nemechek inbounds in front of the Colby bench right sideline. In for Linton. The freshman working the dribble guarded by Hunter Vaughn. Colby in man-to-man defense here. Cure has it high left corner. Now a skip pass in the left corner for Linton. Touch pass to Nemechek on the left wing. 25 seconds in the quarter. Nemechek across, high right for Cure. Cure back across for Nemechek. Down to 15 seconds. Brumbaugh coming to the top of the key. Colby cut him off from receiving a handoff, so now Nemechek drives, goes around 2 defenders, kicks out to Linton with 9 seconds. Linton, right elbow, kicks up top to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh, step back 3, top of the key with 4 seconds, too strong. Rebound to Cure. Cure tried to dump it to Hardy, overthrew him. Hardy saved it inbounds to Cure, who caught it as time expired. The Colby Eagles end the first half on a 7-0 run, and they lead the Goodland Cowboys 22-21 at the intermission here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. We're back with the Cornerstone Ag halftime show after this. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride. Okay, dump 22, play 23.
Ten, 17, 5 is 22, 10, 14, 19, 20.
Halftime in the Max Jones Fieldhouse. Colby 22, Goodland 21. Another barn burner between these two Northwest Kansas rivals. Dan Lucero with you on the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. It was a very uneven start to this game. Neither team could score in the early stages. There have been a lot of missed shots from 5 feet and in to start this game. Colby ended up with the lead after one. Ryan Myers beating the buzzer with a three from the right wing to give the Eagles a 10-9 advantage. Two teams would trade buckets, and then Goodland would go on a 9-3 run. A Cole Linton triple, giving them a 21-15 lead. And right after the made basket, with 3.5 minutes left in the half, Mike Dahl called timeout on the Goodland sideline. And right out of the timeout, Colby was a different team. The timeout seemed to help Colby more than it helped the team that called it, as Colby would end the quarter on a 7-0 run, including a Ryan Myers three ball and a driving layup by Hunter Vaughn that gave Colby the lead at 22-21. Goodland had a look at it as time expired in the first half. Brennan Brumbaugh missed a three, and that's how we got to the intermission with Colby leading by one. We'll take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we will bring you the halftime individual scores. Also recap a dandy of a girls game from earlier tonight. You're listening to Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. Welcome back into the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. Colby leading Goodland 22-21 in this boys basketball contest. Earlier tonight, the girls' game was really outstanding. Colby and Goodland. Colby came into the night with an 8-game winning streak over the Cowgirls, but it was Goodland who came out victorious tonight. Colby trailed by as many as 8 in the game. They were down 8 at the half, but they clawed their way back and took the lead with 5:32 to play in the game on a three-pointer from Brianna Barnett. But unfortunately, Goodland responded with a 7-0 run to regain the lead. Colby got back within 1 in the dying seconds, but Goodland made a pair of free throws with 7 seconds to go, and Colby's last-ditch look, a good look, a three-pointer from Brooklyn Jones did not go down, and that's how it ended, 50-47. Colby girls fall to 3-4. Goodland girls are 7-1. In this one, at the break, Goodland is led by Brendan Brumbaugh's 7 points, Cole Linton with 5, Manny Gonzalez with 3, and Matt Nemechek, Leighton Cure, and Trevor Days with 2 apiece. Colby led by Ryan Myers. He's got 9 points on 3 made three-pointers. Shane Puckett with 4 off the bench, and then 2 apiece for Hunter Vaughn, Jacob Wetter, Jaron Rush, and Ian Rosales. 1 point for Peyton Wallmeyer. Everyone who played scored for Colby in that first half. Key to the second half for the Eagles, they have got to finish better around the basket, and they have got to deny Goodland the driving lanes. Goodland was able to get into the paint on the dribble drive far too easily in that first half. Colby's got to shut that down if they want to continue their own 5-game winning streak over the Cowboys. Colby 22, Goodland 21. Back with the second half after this. You've been listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. It's Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. Okay. That's actually fine. I'm glad.
Mortuary.
Welcome back to the Max Jones Fieldhouse in Goodland. Dan Lucero with you. Colby 22, Goodland 21 in this boys basketball contest as we get set for the start of the second half. Both teams in their huddles before the end of halftime. And Goodland is out of their huddle first, returning their starting 5 with Cole Linton, Brennan Brumbaugh, and Matt Nemechek in the backcourt. The front court of Leighton Cure and Devontae Hardy. Colby will start with the basketball, and they'll make one change to their starting lineup. Jacob Wetter out, Shane Puckett in. So that puts Jaron Rush at the 4. Puckett joining Hunter Vaughn, Ryan Myers in the backcourt, Peyton Wallmeyer, the big man. Colby ball right to left, the third quarter underway. Goodland in a 2-3 zone, hassling Hunter Vaughn up top. He shovels to Puckett left side, who gets right back to Vaughn. Now Wallmeyer left corner, back to Vaughn. Vaughn on the wing, backdoor lob, caught by Wallmeyer. Wallmeyer off balance, pass across the post to Jaron Rush, and Rush is fouled on the layup attempt. Fouls on Cole Linton, his first. Jaron Rush headed to the line. He, like many of his teammates, have struggled from the charity stripe so far this season. Rush 3 of 10 on free throws. Colby was 2 for 7 as a team in the first half. First free throw try for Jaron Rush. Off the back rim, no good. Rush averaging just shy of 6 points a game and 2 in the first half. One more free throw for Rush. That one off to the right, misses. Rebounded by Hardy for Goodland. So the Cowboys can regain the lead with their first possession of the third quarter. Leighton Cure in the right corner feeds the post. Linton shooting over Wallmeyer, wildly missed everything, but Hardy grabbed the rebound weak side. Goodland resets. Nemechek on the drive and dump to Cure, spinning and dishing over his head to Hardy on the left block. He lays it in and draws the foul. That was a nifty assist. Magic Johnson-esque from Leighton Cure, spinning on the right baseline and throwing it blindly over his head where he knew Devontae Hardy would be. Hardy scored, fouled by Puckett, his first foul, and that's the first basket of the game for Devontae Hardy, who came in averaging 7.5 points per game. His free throw swishes through, and the lead for Goodland is 2 points, 24-22, 40 seconds into the third. Vaughn, right wing for Puckett for Colby. Now Myers has it at the foul line. Back out for Vaughn. Vaughn cut off in that 2-3 zone, shovels to Rush left side. Back to Vaughn, top of the circle. Vaughn fakes a 3 and drives into the paint, lobbing for Wallmeyer, catching low block left. He goes up strong and scores off the window. First field goal of the game for Peyton Wallmeyer. He's got 3 points. We are tied at 24. Minute change into the third quarter. Leighton Cure, right wing, skip pass left side for Linton. Linton shoots a three over Puckett off the back rim. Big bounce on the rebound and a big collision as Cure and Linton both hit the deck. I think the foul's going to be on an Eagle. I think it will be Jaron Rush. And it is. It's 2 on Rush, 2 on the Eagles. Brumbaugh triggering. Baseline right, lob for Cure at the foul line. Down low to Hardy, spinning to his right. Drop steps around Myers and scores over him. 5 early points in the quarter for Devontae Hardy as Goodland seems committed to going down low to their sophomore big man. 26-24 Cowboys. Myers at the foul line. Finds Wallmeyer. Out to Rush. Rush driving left baseline. Cut off. Lobs it back out. Pass deflected to Vaughn, top of the key. Now Rush left wing. Rush bounce past Wallmeyer, short corner left. He slips inside. Head fakes Hardy in the air and lays it up and in. Colby getting their big man involved as well. We're tied at 26. 2 minutes into quarter number 3. Brumbaugh, right wing. Driving with the left hand, pass Rush into the paint. Right-handed runner off balance, misses short. Rebounded by Wallmeyer, who starts the break himself. Wallmeyer, coast to coast, to the cup. Layup good in the foul. Look at the big fella go all the way. Peyton Wallmeyer, a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way. The foul on Brumbaugh, Cure, I'm sorry. His second and team's second. And Peyton Wallmeyer grabbed the rebound and just streaked right down the center of the floor. Nobody stopped the ball. And he went up strong under the hoop and floated it in with the right hand, and he converts the free throw. Wallmeyer with all 7 Colby points to start this third quarter, and Colby leads by 3, 29-26. Their largest lead of the game. Linton on the drive. His right-handed runner off glass is too strong, but he was fouled. I believe that will be on Puckett. His second. Team foul number 3 on the Eagles. Cole Linton to the line where he is 9 for 16 on the season. Freshman had 5 points in the first half. His first free throw drops in off the front rim. 5:45 to play here in the third, and the offense starting to open up for both teams after a really slow start to the game. One more free throw coming for Cole Linton, who averages about 8 points a game. He left that one short. Jaron Rush corrals the board for Colby and brings the ball into the front court himself to avoid a full court press. 29-27 Eagles. Vaughn, top of the circle, directs traffic. Dribbles to his right, crosses to the left, and lobs to the high post right for Peyton Wallmeyer. Kick out to Rush up top, extra pass to Vaughn. Fakes the 3 and drives the right baseline into a double team. Splits it, missed the scoop shot. Rebounded by Linton for Goodland. Linton starts the break. He goes into the paint, collides with a defender, and it's a blocking foul called on Colby. The foul on Puckett, that's his third. 3 quick fouls on Shane Puckett here in the quarter. Team foul number 4 on Colby. Sub for Goodland. Devontae Hardy departs, replaced by Trevor Daves. Again, not as tall as Hardy, but much bulkier down low. Brumbaugh to inbound, the hoop to his left underneath. He lobs for Cure at the foul line. Into the right corner, an open Manny Gonzalez, who just checked in. His three-pointer off the front rim, no. Rebound is loose. Gonzalez tried to save it in bounds and could not. He stepped on the end line as he was flinging the ball back in play. Jacob Wetter into the ball game for Colby, replacing Shane Puckett. And for Goodland, Matt Nemechek is back in. He had checked out only briefly. He replaces Linton. 5:10 to play in the third quarter. Colby on top, 29-27. Vaughn angles right in the front court to the wing. Passes to the high post. It's Wallmeyer on the right elbow. He dribbles once to the foul line, skips it back out for Vaughn. Vaughn has space and fires a 3. Left it short. Rebounded weak side by Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh sprinting ahead for Goodland. A behind-the-back dribble through traffic. Long pass, right corner for Nemechek, who drives the baseline. Gets underneath the hoop, kicks the pass to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives, stops in the middle of the paint, hands off to Dace. Dace is fouled on the layup by Wallmeyer, and that's Peyton's third foul. Already 5 team fouls on Colby in less than 3.5 minutes of this third quarter. And Trevor Days will shoot 2. Days did not play in the first meeting between these two teams. Has appeared in now 6 games this year. First free throw swirls in. That's his first made free throw of the year. He had been 0 for 3. standout lineman for the Goodland football team. Second free throw tried to tie the score, and he gets a friendly roll. Honors even, 29-29. 4:40 to play in the third. Vaughn to Myers, right wing for Colby. Back to Vaughn, top of the key. Vaughn drives and dishes, left wing for Rush. Now Vaughn has it back. Myers to Wetter in the right corner. Double team descends in the zone. Back out to Vaughn on the wing. Vaughn to the high post for Wallmeyer. Turn around and dump to Wetter. On the post, he lays it in with the right hand. Colby playing a really nice high-low offense in his third quarter against that zone. 31-29 Eagles. Gonzalez tried to drive the baseline, got cut off and threw it away. A steal by Myers. Ahead to Rush. Rush to the trailing Vaughn. Vaughn driving right baseline. Right-handed runner, good, off the window. Timeout, Goodland. Back-to-back hoops by Colby, and they've extended their lead to 4, 33-29, with 4:04 to play in the third. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. .404 to play in the third quarter. Colby leading by 4, 33-29. It's their largest lead of the night over the Goodland Cowboys. Eagles with 11 points in the quarter. That's already more than they scored in the first and one fewer than they scored in the second quarter, only halfway through this third. Goodland ball left to right out of the timeout. In the front court, Matt Nemechek has the top of the circle against the Colby matchup zone. Nemechek picks up his dribble, swings the ball to his right, looking for a cutter, and now finds in the left corner Cole Linton. Touch pass to Leighton Cure on the elbow. Cure drives. Right-hand runner. Too strong off the window. Rebound to Trevor Dace, and the stick back good with the right hand. Dace with 5 off the bench. 33-31. The Colby lead down to 2. 3.5 minutes to play in this third quarter as Ryan Myers catches left wing, hooks the pass, short corner left, Peyton Wallmeyer. 12-foot jumper on the way, in and out. Rebounded by Cure. Nearly lost it, got it back. Long outlet pass ahead to Linton left side. Linton tried to drive, cut off by Wallmeyer, kept the dribble alive. Now bounces for the trailing Cure. Extra pass, Nemechek, driving with the right hand into a double team. Tosses it up wildly at the basket, misses off the glass. Rebound deflected by Wallmeyer to Myers for Colby. Myers in transition, cut off. Colby will play 5-on-5. Vaughn drifting on the right wing, stops his dribble. Finds the outlet rush between the circles. Now Wallmeyer top of the key. Out to Vaughn. Right wing for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Wallmeyer. Stick back, no. Loose ball rebound, and it's Cure. Outlets to Linton. Linton with Vaughn on his hip. Head fakes. Draws the defender by him and lays it in with the right hand. Linton with 8, and we're tied at 33. 2:40 to play in the third. Wallmeyer, high post. Lean in from 15. That's off the back rim. Rush offensive rebound. And a foul called on Goodland on the board. Sharon Rush flying in for the offensive board, and he was fouled by Cole Linton. His second. Team foul number 3 on Goodland. Goodland makes a pair of subs. Cure and Dace depart, replaced by Esteban Ordonez and Devontae Hardy. Hardy had the high hand early in this quarter for Goodland. Colby inbounds from underneath. Puckett, who just checked back in for Wetter, caught it. Started around the horn. Wallmeyer looking for the cutter. Puckett deflected away. Puckett diving for the loose ball. It's still loose. Puckett grabs it, and Parker McKee calls a timeout on the Colby sideline to save the possession. Good hustle by the Eagles. And Puckett diving on the floor for that loose ball. Parker McKee saving that possession by calling a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. 2:24 to play in the third, and the game tied at 33. When these two teams first met this season, in the third place game of the topside tip-off. This is where Colby started to make their run. They were down 11 at this stage of the game, 38-27, went on a 15-0 run, starting right about now-ish in the game, late third quarter, and continuing into the early fourth quarter. Another run like that, I think, would suit the Eagles just fine. They have Vaughn, Puckett, Myers, Rush, and Wallmeyer as their 5. It's a small ball lineup with Rush playing the power forward. Ryan Myers has the ball from the official, hoop to his right underneath. He lobs out near midcourt for Hunter Vaughn. Now Jaron Rush has it between the circles, right wing for Myers, who's been quiet in this third quarter. Leading Colby with 9 points, but nothing to show for this second half so far. Wallmeyer at the foul line, facing away from the basket, hands off to Rush. Rush fakes left, now passes left to Vaughn, who comes and gets it. Wallmeyer top of the key, hands off to Puckett on the wing. Now Rush top of the key, left wing for Myers. Myers picks up his dribble, loses his balance, but not his pivot foot, and able to get the ball away to Jaron Rush out near midcourt. Now it's Wallmeyer driving, spinning, into the paint he goes. Right-handed layup, good! Peyton Wallmeyer with the dribble drive, and he banks it in off the window. He's got 10 points, 35-33, Colby back in the lead. Minute 40 to play in the third. A 3 from Linton in the right corner, curls in as Wallmeyer was late to challenge. Linton with 11, and Goodland back in front, 36-35. Wallmeyer at the foul line for Colby. Out to Myers, left wing. Catch and shoot 3. Off the front rim, no. Puckett rebounds. Tried to pass it back to Rush. Got deflected. Ball is loose, out of bounds. Last touch by Rush. Love Rush's hustle there, but unable to corral the loose ball. With a minute 20 to play, Goodland, or good minute 20 to play in the third, Goodland has a 1-point lead and the ball. Little full court pressure here from Colby, but Goodland able to crack it. Hardy left corner to Brumbaugh. He tosses a 3. That hits. Back-to-back threes from Linton and Brumbaugh give Goodland a 4-point advantage. 39-35, final minute of the third. Vaughn, right wing for Puckett. Now Wallmeyer, short corner right. Turns the face up Hardy. Passes across the paint to a wide open Myers. Left corner 3. Nothing but nylon. Ryan Myers with his 4th 3 of the night. He's got half a dozen. 39-38. Nemechek, left corner, stops his dribble for Goodland. Cross court to Linton, right corner. Now driving baseline, Hardy. Shoved his defender and then nearly threw it away. Ball is loose. It came back to Linton. Linton on the drive. Right-handed runner in and out. Rebounded by Wallmeyer for Colby. Final 30 seconds of the third. Ahead of Vaughn. Vaughn with a left-hand drive into the paint. Tried to pass it into the corner. It hit the underside of the rim. Came down to Hardy. Here comes Goodland. It's Linton. Stripped to the basketball by Myers. It's loose, and it comes down to Rush. 14 seconds left in the quarter. And Colby down by 1 can hold for the final shot. Myers crosses the divider with 10 seconds. Right wing pass for Vaughn. Back to Myers with 5. With 4. Myers has 1 buzzer beater already. Now Wallmeyer, right elbow. Long 2. Beats the buzzer and goes. And Colby takes the lead to end quarter number 3. Peyton Wallmeyer finally got one of those mid-range J's to drop. And Colby leads Goodland 40-39 after 3 here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. We're back with the fourth quarter after this. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. Fourth quarter time from Goodland. Colby 40, Goodland 39. In this boys basketball contest, game 2 of our doubleheader here on this Tuesday night. Dan Lucero back with you on 100.3 The Ride, your home for Eagles on radio. Goodland ball left to right to start the fourth quarter. Cole Linton has it on the right wing. Looking to drive right baseline. Cut off by Hunter Vaughn in man-to-man defense. Out to the right wing for Brendan Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh picks up his dribble top of the circle. Hands off to Devontae Hardy, left wing for Manny Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives the baseline. Pulls up in the double team. Kicks out to Hardy, left wing for three. That's short. Rebounded by Vaughn, weak side for Colby. Colby into the front court. Shane Puckett back to Vaughn on the right wing. Those two, the guards with Ryan Myers and Jaron Rush. The lone big is Peyton Wallmeyer. Wallmeyer has in the high post. Drives right through the middle of the paint and floats it in with the right hand. 14 points, a game high for Peyton Wallmeyer. 42-39. Colby's on a 7-0 run. Cole Linton, right corner three in transition. Missed it short. Wallmeyer has the board. He turns and burns up the right side of the floor for Colby. Hesitation dribble, crossover, and fouled across the arm as he tried to pass out to a trailer. Peyton Wallmeyer doing it all for Colby tonight. The foul on Manny Gonzalez is third. Colby by 3. Their largest lead of the night is 4. Largest lead for Goodland is 6. Been a tight one all night. Off the inbound, Wallmeyer has it top of the key. Left wing for Vaughn. He's wide open for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Jaron Rush, low block left. He leans inside and is fouled on the putback. Jaron Rush has been like a Monster Energy drink for Colby tonight, making all kinds of plays on the offensive glass and on defense. He was fouled by Cole Linton. That's Linton's third, and the team's 5th. Jaron Rush at the line for 2. Colby could use these. First free throw for Jaron, too strong. Colby now 3 for 11 at the free throw line. One more coming for Rush. On the way. That one off the front of the rim, no. Remains 42-39 Colby. A minute and change into the fourth quarter. Brumbaugh on the drive. Tried to kick it out. Stolen away by Hunter Vaughn. Vaughn with the steal. Vaughn dribbling through traffic. Pulls it back to the top of the key. Now finds Puckett right corner. Short corner right for Rush. Rush shoots over the defender and scores from the right block. Little fall away floater from 5 feet for Jaron Rush. 46-39. Colby's on a 9-0 run. Gonzalez the other way. Double dribbles. The dribble was disrupted by the defender Puckett, and Gonzalez mishandled it. A turnover for Goodland, their 8th. Sub for Goodland. Nemechek checks in for Linton. 6:33 to go. Colby with their largest lead of the night, 44-39. Trevor Days replaces Devontae Hardy in the post for the Cowboys. Inbound from Vaughn to Myers, and the two of them bring the ball up the floor. Vaughn with the dribble. Right wing pass for Shane Puckett, right back to Vaughn. Goodland staying in that 2-3 zone. On the high post is Wallmeyer. Kick left corner. Myers fakes a 3. Now drives, splitting 2 defenders. Floats it up and misses, but draws contact. And Ryan Myers is going to the line for 2. I believe he got fouled with the body by Trevor Days. That's Days' 3rd, team foul number 6. Myers has yet to shoot a free throw tonight. He is 14 of 18, the most reliable free throw shooter for the Eagles. First toss up, and that is too strong off the back rim. Free throw shooting, like hitting in baseball, is contagious. When they fall, it feels like they all fall. When they don't, it feels like you can't buy one. Free throw on the way for Myers. He gets the second one to fall. 45-39, Colby by 6. This matches the largest lead of the game for either team with 6:10 left. Brumbaugh off a high screen. Pitches to Cure between the circles. Left wing for Nemechek. Nemechek backing away from Puckett. Pass to the top of the key. Stolen. Wallmeyer. Breakaway. Peyton Wallmeyer. Finger rolls it in with the right hand. Timeout Goodland. Peyton Wallmeyer has been stupendous tonight. He's got 16 points, and Colby has an 8-point lead with 5:58 to go. 47-39. This is a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. Anticipation play at the top of the key. Wallmeyer jumped the pass, stole it away, and I think if he had just a little more lift, he might have tried to dunk it. He got up there, his hand brushed the rim, but he made sure he finger rolled it in to get those 2 points. And what did we say when these two teams met in the third place game? It was late third, early fourth. Colby made a big run. It's happening again. Colby is on a 12-0 spurt to take an 8-point lead, 47-39. An uncomfortable feeling of deja vu, I'm sure, for Mike Dahl and the Goodland Cowboys. Cowboy ball out of the timeout. They could really use a bucket to stop the momentum. Gonzalez left wing, off a high screen, slips it up top to Ordonez. Ordonez looking for the back cut of Brumbaugh, finds it. Brumbaugh lays it up and in over Myers. Brumbaugh with a dozen, 47-41. The Colby lead down to 6. Vaughn hands to Puckett, top of the circle, right back to Vaughn on the right wing. They are really comfortable operating against this 2-3 so far, but Goodland is trying to sink defenders in so it doesn't come to the high post. Myers has it right corner, dribbles around Cure, bounces to Wallmeyer, posting up the much smaller Ordonez, just bullies him to the cup and scores. 18 for Peyton Wallmeyer, a new season high, 49-41 Eagles. Brumbaugh, right-hand drive, jump stop through the paint, left-handed layup misses, but he's fouled. I think that might have been on Ryan Myers. It was. That was Myers' first, team foul number 6. Both teams in the bonus from here on out with 5:07 left. Brennan Brumbaugh to the line for 2. Goodland 5 of 7 at the line. First try for Brumbaugh. Off the heel, no good. Subs for Goodland, Hardy and Linton replacing Ordonez and Gonzalez. So the starting 5 is on the floor for Goodland. Colby's been riding with this lineup most of tonight with Shane Puckett out there instead of Jacob Wetter. A smaller lineup, but effective. Brumbaugh goes 1 for 2 at the line. Cuts the Colby lead to 49-42. Vaughn into the front court, shadowed the whole way by Linton as Goodland goes man-to-man. Rush on the left wing, checked by Hardy. Swings it for Wallmeyer between the circles. Now Puckett right wing. Puckett finds Vaughn, top of the circle. Vaughn on the drive, gets past Hardy, jump stop in the paint, right-handed teardrop off the back rim. No, the rebound out of bounds off of Colby. And again, it was Puckett and Rush. They've been like a tag team hitting the glass tonight. Goodland ball with 4:47 left, down 7. Colby up 49-42. Nemechek stops his dribble 30 feet out up top. Right wing pass for Linton. Off a Cure screen, pitches to Hardy up top. In the left corner for Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh back to Nemechek, starting it around the horn for Linton on the right wing. Linton picked up by Myers on the switch, nearly had it stolen. Keeps the dribble alive, now lobs into the post. Cure has a much smaller defender on him, shoots over him and misses. The rebound to Hunter Vaughn. Shane Puckett holding his own, giving up 4 inches to Leighton Cure on the block. Vaughn on the drive and dish, left corner. Puckett an open 3. Left it short and rebounded by Hardy for Goodland. Boy, that would have been a big moment. Approaching the midway point of this fourth quarter. Linton left corner for Cure, driving the baseline. Bounces across to Nemechek in the right corner. Nemechek driving through the paint, and he's bumped by Puckett. And that will send Nemechek to the line for a 1-and-1. That's 4 fouls on Puckett, and the 7th on the Eagles. And Jacob Wetter is up off the Colby bench to replace Puckett. 4 points, but a lot of really good minutes. A lot of stuff that won't show up in the box score for Shane Puckett tonight. Nemechek at the line, a 1-and-1. 15 of 20 shooting free throws on the year. Missed the front end, rebounded by Wallmeyer for Colby. Eagles maintain a 7-point advantage, 49-42, 3:50 left. Vaughn lobs, high post left for Wetter. Wetter hitting Vaughn on the flare screen right as defender Nemechek stayed with him. Now Vaughn picks up the dribble. Right back to Wetter, top of the circle. He hands off left wing for Rush. To Wallmeyer up top. The handoff now to Myers. Myers across to Wetter left side. Hand off to Rush, nearly intercepted by Wallmeyer, then Rush threw it away. Colby didn't keep the motion moving at the perimeter, and Rush's blind pass sails out of bounds. Only the 8th Colby turnover. That's a number Parker McKee can live with. They turned it over 20-plus times Friday night against Dodge City. Much more palatable this time around. Colby taking better care of the basketball. 3:25 and counting left. Goodland with the ball down 7. Linton right wing up top for Cure. Outside the arc, Hardy looking inside for Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh triple team, spins, stripped to the basketball. Jaron Rush with the steal. Turnover number 10 for Goodland. And there's that man again, Jaron Rush, making a real nuisance of himself. Off a screen, Vaughn to the left elbow, now peels out to the wing, picks up his dribble, needed help, found Myers along the sideline. Myers working the dribble, directing traffic. The defender Brumbaugh on him. Nemechek tried to go for the steal and then pulled out. Right wing pass for Jaron Rush. He swings it to Wallmeyer between the circles. Wallmeyer stripped by Cure. One-on-one, Cure with Wallmeyer all the way to the basket. Cure leans in, lays it in, and draws the foul. That's 4 on Wallmeyer. Leighton Cure, quiet most of the night, picked the pocket of Peyton Wallmeyer, took him all the way to the basket, finished off balance, and has a chance for a three-point play that could make it a 4-point game. Gonzalez in for Nemechek for Goodland at the whistle with 2:42 to play in the game. Cure at the stripe, the future Fort Hays State football player, swishes home the freebie. 49-45. The Colby lead down to 4. They've led by as many as 8 here in the quarter. Wallmeyer, high post left. Lobs on the flare for Vaughn. Vaughn cut off on his drive, brings it back out to the wing, and then is hand checked by Manny Gonzalez. That's Gonzalez's 4th. It's also team foul number 7 on Goodland. So Hunter Vaughn to the stripe for a 1-and-1 here. Hunter Vaughn is 9 of 10 from the line on the year, and Colby hoping his presence at the line can course correct things at the charity stripe, as the Eagles are 4 for 14 as a team. And Vaughn, true to his early season form from the line, swishes home the first. With that point, Colby is into the 50s, scoring for only the second time this season. Vaughn goes 1 for 2. He missed the second too strong. Rebounded by Hardy for Goodland. 5-point game, 50-45, Eagles. 2:20 to go. Cure in the post. Backs down. Wallmeyer and hits the turnaround jumper in the middle of the lane. Leighton Cure with 7. It's a 3-point game, 50-47. 2 minutes left here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. If we could have full capacity, this place would be throbbing right now. Wetter, high right. Bounce pass to Wallmeyer at the elbow. Wallmeyer turns to face up. Zips it to Rush, short corner right. Being the cutter across the lane, Myers. Backing down. Fakes the pass. Turn around right. Baseline jumper. Good. And Colby calls time. Ryan Myers with his first 2-point field goal of the night restores a 5-point lead for Colby. The Eagles take a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break with 1:45 to go. 52-47 Colby. It's the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride. Quick note to everybody on the stream right now. Hi, thanks for being here. Hope you're enjoying the game. On the video stream, that is. Crunch time in Goodland. Colby 52, Goodland 47. The Eagles try and extend their 5-game winning streak over the Cowboys and bring their regular season record back up over 500. Goodland ball left to right out of the timeout. Into the front court, Matt Nemechek with the handle for the Cowboys. Stops top of the key and hands to Leighton Cure. Left wing pass for Cole Linton. Brumbaugh off an elevator screen. Top of the key, free for 3 and buries it. Brennan Brumbaugh with 16 to lead the way for the Cowboys, and they're within a deuce, 52-50, chewing away at what was an 8-point Colby lead. 80 seconds to go. Ball in the hands of Ryan Myers for Colby. Stripped to the ball. Brumbaugh the steal. Brumbaugh the distance. Brumbaugh the layup, and we're tied at 52. And then a foul called in the backcourt. Nemechek fouling Vaughn. That sends Hunter Vaughn the other way for a 1-and-1 with 1:10 to go. Second foul on Matt Nemechek. The double team stripped Ryan Myers of the ball, and Brumbaugh went the distance to score. And that 8-point lead Colby had with 6 minutes left is gone. 52 all. Hunter Vaughn a 1-and-1. Front end on the way. Off the mark, rebounded by Cure for Goodland. Colby now 5 of 17 at the line. Brumbaugh, drive and handoff, left wing for Nemechek. Under a minute to play at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. Nemechek drive and dish, wide open. Cure, layup with the right hand, good. Cure cut the baseline. Colby overplayed the drive, and Leighton Cure puts Goodland in front, 54-52. 46 seconds left as Myers crosses the midline. Left elbow pass, Jacob Wetter. Hand off to Myers. Myers feeds Wallmeyer. Backing down Cure. Leans inside and is fouled on the shot. Cure's third foul, and Peyton Wallmeyer will shoot 2 with 36 seconds left. Wallmeyer in the game, 2 for 5 at the line. Colby 5 of 17 as a team at the line. Goodland is 7 for 11. A 2-point difference. That's also the difference on the scoreboard right now. First free throw for Peyton. In and out, no good. That will ensure that whatever happens on this second free throw, Goodland will have the lead. They are on a 7-0 run here late. Second free throw is short. Rebound to Cure for Goodland. 54-52, 30 seconds to go, and Rush reaching in on Brumbaugh fouls him as Brumbaugh crosses the midline. Third foul on Rush, 9th team foul, 1-1 coming for Brumbaugh, who in the game is 2 for 4 at the charity line. 28 seconds left and a chance for Goodland to build on a 2-point lead. Nobody on the lane lines for Goodland. The front end for Brumbaugh. In and out. Rebounded by Wallmeyer. Colby ball down by 2. Vaughn brings the ball into the front court. Angles to his right. Pass to the top of the key for Puckett. Under 20 seconds. Now Vaughn driving left. Cut off. Double teamed in the corner. In all kinds of trouble. Able to pull out of it and pass to Wallmeyer. But as he does, Parker McKee calls timeout with 13 seconds left. It's a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. Colby down a deuce, 54-52. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride. Ball game on the line right here. 13 seconds to go. Colby down 54-52 to Goodland with the possession. Inbounding free throw line extended on the left. Jaron Rush gets it into Hunter Vaughn. Off a screen. We got a whistle. It's an illegal screen. Jaron Rush set an illegal screen on Matt Nemechek. Turnover number 10 for Colby, and Goodland has the ball back with 11 seconds left in the 2-point lead, and they are in the double bonus. They are guaranteed 2 free throws. Nemechek to inbound, finds Brumbaugh, who is wrapped up by Rush, and Jaron Rush fouls out of the game with that. That is his 5th. Rush will be replaced by Jacob Wetter. Brennan Brumbaugh, 2 of 5 from the line, just missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Now Colby needs him to miss here with 8 seconds left, down by 2. Colby led 52-47 with 1:45 to go, and Goodland went on a 7-0 run. Brumbaugh hit a 3 out of a timeout, then stole the ball from Ryan Myers and scored. And then Leighton Cure with the layup inside the final minute, or just outside the final minute, to give Goodland the lead. Wetter has subbed in, and we're ready for the free throws. Brumbaugh, again, 2 for 5. Goodland is a team, 7 of 12. First free throw for Brendan Brumbaugh. Good. Three-point lead for Goodland with 8 seconds. Now, if you're Colby, you have to have a miss. Free throw on the way for Brumbaugh. Good. And a timeout taken, I believe, by Colby. Yeah, no, it's a Goodland timeout. We'll keep it here. 56-52 Goodland with 8.7 seconds to go. Colby, we had an 8-point lead with 6 minutes to play, and we're on a 12-0 run and look poised to step on Goodland's throats and beat them for a 6th straight time. Now needs a miracle. A late game collapse by the Eagles tonight. And though they took better care of the ball, turnovers still proving vital. Myers getting stripped and giving up the game-tying layup, and then the illegal screen called on Jaron Rush when Colby had the ball down by 2 with 13 seconds left. So Colby has to go the length of the floor and score twice unless Goodland does the absolute wrong thing and fouls the three-point shooter. Shane Puckett inbounding underneath the Goodland basket. Finds Hunter Vaughn. Colby's got to go. It's Vaughn. Quickly up the floor. Vaughn pulls up, top of the key for 3, and hits with 2 seconds, and Colby calls time. Hunter Vaughn sticks the triple from up top to make it 56-55, but there are only 2 seconds left to play. And Colby calls their final timeout to stop the clock. 2.7 left to be precise. Big 3 by Hunter Vaughn. That was the first part of the equation. Colby had to get that, and they did. Now they need a steal on the inbound or an immediate foul. Another wild finish. We had a wild finish in the girls' game with Goodland winning that one 50-47. And it could be a double dose of heartbreak for the orange and black tonight if this one ends the same way. You have to think either way for Goodland. They want this game in the hands of Brumbaugh. Brendan Brumbaugh has 20 points tonight. His 4th time this season scoring 20+, and the 2nd time he's done it against Colby. Peyton Wallmeyer will be on the baseline to guard the inbounding passer. That will be Matt Nemechek. Colby has the arrow if they can force a jump ball. Ball in the hands of Nemechek looking to inbound. And he does find Brumbaugh. And Brumbaugh is wrapped up with a second expiring. 1.7 left. And Brumbaugh will shoot the 2. The foul called on Hunter Vaughn. That's his 2nd. Brumbaugh just made 2 biggies for Goodland. Colby doesn't have a timeout, so in the event of a miss on the 2nd, or even in the event of a make, they're going to have to go the length of the floor. Brumbaugh, first free throw, bend to the knees, right hand release, and it curls in. Fabulous finish for the Goodland Cowboys coming off of a one-sided loss at Cimarron. This is the kind of season that could maybe turn things around for this Cowboy team. Second free throw on the way. Swish, 58-55. Goodland with the lead. 1.7 seconds left. Puckett to inbound. Finds Vaughn. Vaughn at midcourt. Gets it away. God! He made it! We're tied! Hunter Vaughn swishes it at the buzzer from half court, and we're tied at 58! I don't believe it! Hunter Vaughn, nothing but net! We're tied up! We're going to overtime at the Max Jones Fieldhouse! went around the defender, got it off in stride, and in plenty of time, there's no doubt about it, you wouldn't need replay, nothing but the bottom of the net. And we play on for 4 more minutes. That is remarkable from Hunter Vaughn. Vaughn hits back-to-back threes in the final 3 seconds of the game to prolong things here tonight. So Colby will start with the ball in overtime. They have the arrow. Both teams are in the double bonus. The inbound from Puckett to Vaughn. Colby going right to left. Here we go in OT. Tied at 58. Wetter at the foul line, looking into the low post. Feeds Wallmeyer. Wallmeyer head fake, Cure in the air. Floats it in, and it won't count. They're going to call a 3-second violation. Wow. Wow. Could have been a 3-point play. Instead, it's a Colby turnover. Tough break to start the overtime for the Eagles. Into the front court come the Cowboys. They've got to be shell-shocked. Left-hand drive for Linton to the foul line. Kick up top for Hardy. Now Nemechek left side. Looking underneath. Threw it away. And Puckett saves it inbounds to Myers. What a super hustle play by Shane Puckett. How many times has that been the case tonight? Vaughn to Puckett left corner. Out top for Wallmeyer. He pitches to Myers on the right wing. Myers to Vaughn up top. Vaughn the hot hand for 3. That one off the back rim. Rebound to Wallmeyer. Across the post to Wetter. Layup good with the left hand. Wetter with half a dozen. Colby takes the first lead of overtime. 60-58. 1 minute gone in the OT. Nemechek looking to respond. Fouled hard on a layup attempt by Hunter Vaughn. He went right by Vaughn with the lefty drive. And Matt Nemechek will shoot a pair. That's 3 on Vaughn. Nemechek tonight 0 for 1 from the line. Jim falls silent as the junior tosses his first free throw and swishes it through. One more coming for the 6-foot junior. And that one is short. Rebound. Tipton Myers has it for Colby. Eagle ball with a 1-point lead, 60-59. 2:55 left in overtime. Vaughn with the left wing dribble. Picks it up, skips it across to Puckett. Puckett to Wallmeyer, short corner right. Out to challenge is Cure in the 2-3 zone, so Colby works it back around to the top of the key for Vaughn. Vaughn on the drive. Beats his defender, missed the layup, but drew the foul on Nemechek. A little bit of right back at you there from Hunter Vaughn, who has 11 points in this game, 7 of them in the fourth quarter, and hit a half-court buzzer beater to tie it at the end of regulation. Colby is 5 for 19 at the free throw line. Vaughn sinks the first. 2:40 left in the extra session. Second free throw try for Hunter, nothing but nylon. A baker's dozen tonight for him. 62-59. Eagles by 3. Nemechek right wing for Brumbaugh. Hardy begging for it on the block. Instead, Brumbaugh dribbles to the top of the key. And now we have a hand check called at the top of the circle, I think on Myers. That's on Ryan Myers, his second. It sends Brennan Brumbaugh to the line for 2. That was kind of a soft foul, given what these officials have let go tonight. I was a bit surprised to see the whistle come out there. Brumbaugh's first free throw on the way, and he left it short. They're different when they're in overtime. They're different when they're in the clutch. And Brumbaugh made 4 biggies late in the fourth quarter, but he misses the first one here. Second free throw try for Brumbaugh, and that one splashes home. He's got 23 to lead all scorers. Colby by 2, 62-60. 2:20 left in overtime. Myers takes a handoff left wing, drives to the right elbow, now backs away from his defender Brumbaugh. picks up the dribble and pitches to Puckett. High right. Puckett works the dribble, backs out near midcourt. Vaughn comes to get it and continues his arc, dribbling to the right. Vaughn directing traffic. Now looking to drive on Nemechek. Takes it to the cup. His runner is up and misses short, and he is called for an offensive foul. That's 4 on Hunter Vaughn. Leighton Cure drew the charge, and with 2:03 left, Goodland can tie or retake the lead. The Colby contingent that has made the short trip on I-70 feels as though the whistle has been very Cowboy-friendly here in this fourth quarter. The officials are conferring about something. I'm not sure what. It was, I guess, about who committed the foul. It was then signaled at the table. Vaughn's 4. Vaughn with 4. Wallmeyer with 4. Puckett with 4. Wallmeyer with 4. I already said Wallmeyer. Rush fouled out. That's what I meant to say. So Colby dealing with foul trouble here in the OT. We're halfway through it. Cure, top of the key. Checked by Wetter. Right-hand drive. Cure to the basket. Right-handed layup good, and that ties it at 62. Leighton Cure with 11 in just his second game of the season. Colby ball in the front court. Wallmeyer high post left facing away from the basket catches. Turning to face up Cure. One dribble pass to Vaughn. Vaughn tried to drive, cut off by Hardy on the switch. Double team to the corner. Bounces for Wetter on the block. Wetter across the lane to Puckett. Puckett tripped out on the perimeter by Brumbaugh. And Shane Puckett will shoot 2 as Brumbaugh picks up his third. Shane Puckett tonight, 1 for 4 at the charity stripe. First free throw here. Gets the bounce. Front rim, square, and through. And restores the Colby advantage with 1:25 left in overtime. One more coming for the sophomore. On the way. In and out. Rebounded by Hardy. 63-62. Goodland with the ball. Colby with the lead. Brumbaugh left wing for Linton. Linton trying to drive, gets around Puckett into the paint, shoots a floater up over the defender and gets the roll. Cole Linton, the freshman, gives Goodland a 64-63 edge. But quickly down the floor of the Eagles, and Shane Puckett is alone to lay it in with the right hand. 65-64 Eagles. They caught Goodland napping. Under a minute left in overtime. Cure left wing, driving on Wetter. Lost his footing. Foul called on Jacob Wetter. That is the first on Wetter, and Leighton Cure will shoot 2 with 50 seconds left. From my vantage point, it looked like Cure had just taken a misstep, but the official on the floor ruled that Wetter had hit him with the body or had him with the body before he tripped. Cure at the line, swishes the first free throw. That ties the score at 65. One more coming for the senior. Bend of the knees, right-hand release, swish. Those were no problem for Leighton Cure and Goodland. 66-65 Cowboys. 50 seconds left in overtime. Vaughn handing to Wetter high right. Now Vaughn takes it right back. Guarded one-on-one by Nemechek. Right wing pass for Ryan Myers. Myers up top to Wallmeyer out near midcourt. Left wing to Vaughn with 30 seconds. Vaughn trying to drive. Steps back, shoots a 3. It's too strong. Rebounded by Brumbaugh with 23 seconds. Brumbaugh being chased in the backcourt. Under 20 seconds. Brumbaugh into the front court. Into the right corner for Nemechek. Right back to Brumbaugh. 13 seconds and Wetter fouls Brumbaugh. Second foul on Wetter. Brumbaugh to the line for 2. Hunter Vaughn took a contested 3 on the left wing, a step back, and missed it a hair too strong. Brumbaugh at the line for a pair to try and extend the Goodland lead. His first one. Rolls in. Goodland has gotten dialed in from the line here. They're now 16 of 23 after that make with one more coming. Colby, in contrast, 8 of 23. Second try for Brumbaugh. Back rim, no. Loose ball rebound. It's out of bounds. Off of Cure for Goodland. So Colby down 2, but they have the ball with 11 and a half seconds left. The inbound of Vaughn. Vaughn speeding up the right side of the front court. And a quick timeout taken by Parker McKee. He's going to draw something up. 8 seconds left in overtime. Goodland by a deuce, 67-65. If you're just tuning in, Colby trailed by 4 with 8 seconds left. Hunter Vaughn made a 3, and then after Goodland made 2 free throws, Vaughn swished one from half court to beat the buzzer and send us to overtime. And Colby is led by as many as 3 in the extra session, but Goodland has surged ahead here late, thanks to Brennan Brumbaugh and Leighton Cure, and also a crucial hoop from the freshman Cole Linton. They lead by 2, 67-65, trying now to close out a win that would snap a 5-game losing skid against their rivals from Colby and stop a 3-game losing skid on this season. Eight seconds left. Colby's 5 is Myers, Puckett, Vaughn, Wetter, and Wallmeyer. Puckett will inbound in front of his own bench along the far right sideline. He will be unguarded as he takes the ball from the official. Inbound to Vaughn. 7, 6. Vaughn. High post right to Myers. Myers at the foul line. Kicks left corner to Vaughn. With 2, with 1. Vaughn blocked by Nemechek, and that's the game. Vaughn tried the step back 3 again from the left wing, and Nemechek stayed right on him. Didn't bite on the fake. Blocked the shot, and that's the ball game. Heartbreak for the Colby Eagles as they fall in overtime to the Goodland Cowboys tonight. Your final score, 67-65. We'll take a break, come back with the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on the radio on 100.3 The Ride, KRDQ Colby.